Ooh, there
That was
goes.
fast.
There he goes. Hello, you guys. Can you hear us?
I don't know.
Kim says, FYI, I hear the Lurkers Lounge has salsa and chips tonight.
Oh, I hope it's all you can eat salsa
I
and
hope
chips.
that there is some guacamole and some queso dip as well. Um, cheese makes everything better, don't you know? Don't you
Can
know?
dip a little in all three. Dip a
Yeah.
little in all three and get crazy.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday to
Hello.
everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to Fantastic Finds. I was trying to see who is here super early today, but StreamYard more than likely isn't showing me
Probably
because I
deleted
see
it.
a comment at 5:04 p.m. today, which I know is probably not the earliest one. Um, but welcome in, everyone. Jason, how was your week?
It was good. It was really, really good. I this ought to be fun tonight. Words are gonna get tough. I worked at the shop today,
I
so
worked at the booth today, so we're in the same booth,
double duty.
same boat. Yeah, see, there
Double
we go.
duty. So this is going to be fun. But yes, it was a very good week. It was a really
Good.
good week. I really enjoyed your sale last night. It was really, really fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Um,
It was a lot
there,
of fun.
Kimmy and Frank seem like they're really awesome people. I'd like to
They
meet them
are.
someday.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. It was actually fun to be a customer and watch last night.
Yeah. Well,
So
congrats
thank
are in
you.
order.
Thank you. Thank
That
you.
was that was pretty epic. If you guys were at the sale last night, I think you know that Jason won the Sweet Shop card. Um,
My
it's only
well,
besides the ones that you have found, I have never found any or been lucky enough to see any in person. But
Well, my attorney has given me some paperwork to state that the card was purchased and Jason will be paying for the card, but the card is the sole personal property of Tina of Mother
it's Tina's
Tuckers.
property. Okay, got
That's
it.
that's the legal jazz for the evening. So
Gotcha.
yes, yes,
Hey, happy wife, happy life.
I guess so. I
Something
guess
like that.
yeah, yeah,
Happy Tina. Happy Tina.
yes, yes,
Happy
yes,
Tina.
absolutely.
Well, congrats, Tina. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome card to own in the collection. All right. Welcome in, everyone. I was just giving a moment. I know our lag last night was pretty crazy.
It was a
Um,
little weird.
but it was a super fun sale. And the hopefully you guys can make it out to Elkhorn and then you can shop their booth in person because it's just as wonderful.
I'm
Just as
sure it
wonderful.
is. I'm
Yes.
sure it is. They seem like lovely people.
All right, and thanks everybody that came to the sale last night. I know we had a good bunch of people in the chat last night too, so thank you guys if you came on over. Let's say hello to the friends. What I'm seeing in StreamYard is Miss Lisa Shields was here
Hello,
first
Lisa.
in the chat,
Hello,
and then William was here,
Willie. Willie.
and then rounding out top three tonight is Miss Terry V.
Oh,
Hi, Terry.
hi, Terry. How are you?
Good to see you. Kim is here with us. Hi,
Hello,
Kim.
Kim.
Good to see you. Shannon Ferrara. Hi, Shannon.
Hi,
Good to see
Shannon.
you. Scroll. There is Minx. Hi,
Hello,
Minx.
Migs. Good to see you, friend.
And Miss Helen. Hi,
Oh,
Helen. Good
yeah.
to see you. Sandy B. Hello, hello.
Sandy. Hello.
Kimberly. Welcome
Hello,
in.
Kimberly.
Welcome. Hey, Brad. Hey,
Hello.
good to see you. I get to see you in like a week. Well, I just saw you, but I get to see you again in like a week.
That's right.
Mama Kim and I are helping out at the open house at Countryside Antique Mall. Well, we're going to it and I'm filming it, but then we're staying and we're helping the rest of the day on Black Friday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And I cannot wait to see what the store looks like all decked out for Christmas. I know
And
it's always fabulous. So
and the concessions. The
the
concessions.
goodie table.
Huh. We
Mm,
got to witness it after a few weeks. I mean, I can
uh,
only imagine how good it is the week of or the day of.
it's something. It's unreal. Unlike any goodie spread I've ever seen at a store, at an open house, anytime. It's great. So hi Brad, good to see you.
Hello, sir.
Janine's here. Hi
Hi,
Janine. Welcome,
Janine.
welcome. Dusty Moose.
Hello,
You made it.
Dusty.
Good to see you, Dusty. Scroll. Oh, everybody's saying hi to William. That's what I'm seeing in the chat. Karen, how did I miss you? There she is. Okay.
Hello,
I skipped
Karen.
right over Karen. I'm sorry, Karen, but good to see you. Karen's going to be our bid ender tonight. I scrolled a little too quickly. That's what it was. I scrolled too fast. Perry's with us. Hi, Perry.
Hey, Perry, good to see you.
And Jason's mom. Hi, Linda.
Hello, Mom. Good to see you, Mom. Love you.
Melanie's here. Melanie,
Hello,
you
Melanie.
figured it out. You fixed your name. Yay. I'm glad you got it. I was going to put a slideshow together, but I ran out of time today, so it didn't happen. But I will mention this in case you haven't heard me talk about it already. YouTube switched to handles. They got rid of screen names. So now they're showing handles instead of screen names. And if it's something funky and weird and you don't like it, you can go into your Google settings or your YouTube settings under your profile, and that's where you can change it. You just can't have any spaces. You can do underscores, you can do some other things, but you can't have spaces in there, unfortunately. Miss Judy. Hey, Judy. Good to see you.
Hello, Judy.
Welcome.
And William said he's taken over the show. You'll see that comment when you get down to it.
Taking over the show?
Because of the chat, you said they were all saying hello.
Gotcha.
Taking over. William's taking over.
Yeah, I'm like way up in the chat, so I can't see all that right now. Hello, Mama Pam. Good to see you.
Hello, Pam.
I did finally switch Mama Pam's handle because she was like, I don't like it. Nobody knows who I am. So I had to switch hers over the weekend. So all is right in the world. Let's see. Who am I seeing? Mr. Gavin. Hi, Gavin.
Hello, Gavin.
Everybody's names are like blurred together. Miss Caroline. Caroline. I have some pictures to share from Miss Caroline tonight. Now, I have more to share from Caroline, but I'm just doing one part of the share tonight. And it's Halloween, but it's really cool. It's really cool. So I'm still working through a few fall things before we hop into some Christmas. But we can always use some Christmas pictures. Always. If you're getting your decorations out, if you're one of those early birds that likes to decorate before Thanksgiving, we could definitely use some pictures to share. So,
yes.
Who else? Scroll. Janet. Welcome, Janet. Good
Hello,
to see
Janet.
Lily Pond Treasures. I don't know why I always go British whenever I read her name. It's like that's just how it comes out.
I think it's the pond. It's
part.
It's
the pond, definitely.
Good to see you, Sharon.
Hi, Brian.
Welcome.
Elaine's here. Cindy Lou. Hello, Cindy.
Did you hear? Did you hear, Amy?
I heard. I heard over the Christmas ball. Yes, I did.
All right. I don't need to tell you if you already heard.
Noelle's here with us.
Hello, Noelle.
I know you're going to remind me, so I can never forget that.
I'll call you tomorrow and tell you.
Okay. All right. Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Good to see you.
I hope you're well, friend.
Susie Q. She joined us last night. Good to see you again. Thanks for coming back. Miss Terry, cousin Tucker's in the house.
You got it. The Tuckers are representing. We're taking over, William. The Tuckers are taking over.
Brooke's here. Hey, Brooke.
Hi, Brooke.
Good to see you. Miss Brenda Bott.
You got it.
I got it. I remembered. Hi, Brenda. Good to see you. See, I can remember things once in a while. I just will never. It'll still be Gillette. It just will be Gillette for eternity.
Gillette, isn't it? I knew it.
Critter Girl is here. Hello.
Hello, Critter Girl.
Sharon Spencer. Good to see you. Alexandra. Welcome. That's a new name.
Hello.
I think it's a new name. It could be a regular name, but the screen name's different. Anyways, welcome, Alexandra. Good to see you. Let's see. I'm scrolling as fast as I can. Can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man. Rachel. There's Rachel. Hey, Rachel. Good to see you. I'm trying to not skip anybody. There's Erin. Hi, Erin. Good to see you. I'm trying to go quickly. Kimberly, welcome in. I think I got everybody. KP. There's KP.
I was gonna say I saw KP jump in there.
There's Heather just jumping in there. Glad for music. Welcome.
Oh, I like
I'm
that.
pretty sure I know who you are, but your handle's different. I'm pretty sure. Yes.
Yep.
These are
Diane.
throwing me off. I cannot get used to them.
Mm-mm.
Diane, yes.
Yep.
See, I knew it. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. Okay. All right. I think I got everybody. I am all the way at the bottom. If I skipped you, I'm so sorry. But welcome in, everyone. All right. So before we get into the sale, we are going to go over how the sale is going to work. All of you know this. You could probably recite this just as well as me, maybe better, because you've heard it. But I know we have some new names in the chat tonight, so we'll go over that briefly, and then we will get into it. And I did already mention that Miss Caroline is going to be our community share following the sale tonight, so stick around for that. It is very cool, as always. All right, so you want to be in the best version of the chat before we get started, so go into your chat settings and make sure you're in live chat, not top chat. So live chat all messages is what you want to be in. If you are in top chat, is going to filter out some of the comments. So that's why you don't want to be in there. We do have a lag. We had a pretty gnarly one last night during the sale. So I anticipate it's probably going to be similar. So refresh often so you can either exit out of YouTube completely, or the easier way that you do not have to leave is you can touch the upper right hand corner where my kitty icon just appeared. You can tap that, find the gear wheel icon up there, hit playback speed, and 2 times. If you are lagging behind, we are going to sound like chipmunks until you're caught up with us again. Do that as often as possible, especially if you do plan to bid on anything tonight. Do that gear wheel icon playback speed before you put any bids into the chat. That'll just help ensure that you're at the most current point in the broadcast. We will be doing auction style tonight, so we'll give you a starting price. I will highlight it up here on the screen underneath that cute little deer's chin, which is where you want to look for any starting bids and current bids up there on the screen. We'll give you any kind of information that we know about the item and measurements, and know if there's any kind of issues. So if there's any damage, repairs, chips, that sort of thing, we will show that all to you. If you're interested in bidding on the item, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I'll highlight them as I see them come into StreamYard, and we'll do a 20-second countdown. And don't wait too long because the lag will get you. All right. It happened a couple times last night. I don't want anybody to be sad if they really have their heart set on something. Put those bids in early if it's something that you are interested in. That way we know that there is some interest, but don't wait too long to put those in there. Inevitably, the lag will get you, and you'll come in after the bid end. So the highest bid that we see come in before the bid end, which is by Miss Karen G. this evening, will be the winner. We're also doing just in cases, as always. All that we ask to use a just in case bid is that you're an active bidder. So that means you've put at least one straight bid in on the current item that we're showing. Then you can use that just in case during the countdown only. That is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item, plus the letters JIC. And if your just in case is the highest before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest bid. Keep in mind, though, if there's multiple just in cases that come in before the bid end, those do then turn into regular bids. If you win an item from us tonight, most of you are familiar faces to us, but in case you are a new friend joining us for the first time, you're welcome to purchase. Just if you win an item, you can send us an email with your YouTube screen name, your real name if it's different, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send a PayPal invoice to. But you don't have to have a PayPal account to shop with us. You can get a guest checkout link. Just send us an email with all that same information. Let us know that you want to check out as a guest. Then we can send you a direct link to the invoice when it is sent out. And you can check out with any debit or credit card. And keep in mind, when we send those invoices out, payments due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that. And shipping is not included with the winning bid price. We both use Pirate Ship to get the discounted shipping rates. The rate is calculated from your zip code in relation to us, the weight and size of your package. That's why we need your full shipping address. And we do have shipping available to anywhere in the US, Canada, and Australia. I ship from Michigan. Jason ships from Pennsylvania. And I'll let Jason talk about that last point.
We do offer free pickup if you purchase from me tonight. I own a shop called Mother Tucker's Antiques. So if you buy one or two or multiple items tonight and you want to save and not have them shipped, just reach out to us via email. Let us know. We will invoice you for said item or items. Once the invoice is paid, then we'll communicate in the emails back and forth on when you want to pick it up at the shop. We can hold things for, a good amount of time, whatever a timely manner would be. So please, if you're local or you're coming to the area over the holiday, feel free to use that option. Not a lot of folks do that anymore, but if you want to, absolutely go ahead. It'll save you on the shipping. So, yeah, thank you, Amie. Thank you so much.
All right. And our emails are up here on the screen. If you need to take a screenshot to come back to that later, you can. You can also find all of our information down in the description of the video. And I just pinned a comment at the very top of the chat with our emails as well. So it's pretty easy to find that information, but very important if you are a new buyer that you email us during the sale if you win anything tonight. We are going to talk about when we're doing our invoicing for this week. And I am going to be doing mine tomorrow. So at some point, I will email you when your invoice is out there. If you bought anything from me last night with Kimmy and Frank, the sale last night, I can combine ship those items if you get anything else tonight. So Friday at some point from me.
All right. I will be doing all of my packaging and the invoices will go out on Saturday like they usually do for us. So that'll happen on Saturday. A few things coming up for me, if I can just throw them in there. And then once I rattle off my two things, Amie, we got to talk about our schedule change for next week because next week here in the States. All right. It's gobble day. I just want to make sure because if I don't mention it, my mother's watching, I'll get in trouble. She'll think, okay, whatever. So on Friday, please join Tina over on Whatnot. It's Mother Tucker's Tina. Instead of jewelry this week, she's doing an all Christmas sale. So you guys are going to want to check that out. I'm going to try to get a preview up for her. Is it going to be $5 or $10 starts? What is Whatever. It? It'll be $5 or $10 starts. So literally she has a box of things. She's going to pull it out. If you're interested, she's going to run it. If you're interested, you can purchase it. Then we have a really, really fun thing coming up this Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Already this Sunday?
Yep, This Sunday over on my channel, 7 p.m. Eastern. I've been working hard. The dealers have been working hard. We're going to do a live shop with us at Mother Tucker's. So you guys get the pre-Black Friday goodness, the pre-Small Business Saturday goodness. So we will go live at 7 p.m. Eastern over on Mother Tucker's Antiques. Again, I implore you guys, if you're looking for anything specific, there's our email. It gives us a great jumping off point. So then those things will combine with whatever we talk about for our schedule change next week. But me and Tina will be going live Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern at Mother Tucker's. We're going to try to keep it within 2 hours. So if we go a little over, we do, but we're going to just try to do a 2-hour sale. The few we've done, that seems to be the standard. So that's what we're shooting for. So if you guys can get there early, get in there, tell us what you want, and we'll go over those details for shopping with us on Sunday then. So thank you as always, Miss Amie.
And I'll be helping out in the chat more than likely with probably Karen and maybe Ken on Sunday.
Yep.
So we'll be helping out, trying to keep track of your guys' requests.
Yes.
Usually they come in fast and furious, and then Jason and Tina are running around the store like chickens. So yes, it's a good time. It's a good time. So we will be doing that on Sunday. But because next week is Gobble Gobble Turkey Day on Thursday, we will not be having fantastic finds on Thursday next week, but we have moved to Monday. So we will be back on Monday. So we have live shopping at Mother Tucker's on Sunday, and then we'll be back on Monday, and then we will be off the rest of the week.
Yes.
So that is the schedule change for next week. Yes. Because everybody's going to be in a food coma on Thursday anyway. So,
yes.
You know.
Yep.
It's a good thing. So I can't wait for some pumpkin pie and yeah. It's going to be good.
Filling and cranberry and mashed potatoes or gratin
All the things.
potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Well, is it time? Is it time
I
to
think we're
switch
ready.
me over here?
We're ready. You
All
got to
right.
go first, Amy.
All right. Okay. I'm going to start with a choice today. I'm starting with a choice, and it's going to be between snowmen. And they're totally different kind of snowmen, but I thought I would bring them both, so I'm going to. So it's going to be a choice starting at 16. So the choices, and I will show you. Here we go. Like I said, they're two totally different kinds of snowmen, but equally as cute. And that's why I brought them both, because I couldn't decide.
That one's good.
So we have a little Rosbro. So this is hard plastic, little snowman. He's not a candy container, okay? And he was not attached to anything. He's just a little guy. He's just a little happy guy waving with his red mitten. Paint is pretty good on him. Not really, maybe there's just a little fading on the hat, but other than that, he's really nice condition. And the other choice is a little spun cotton goober. He's not a pine cone goober, and he doesn't want to focus. So I'm going to hold him up here. There we go. There, we want to see your cute little face. So he is on this base, all right, and he actually has an original store tag under here from Harvey's, and I believe it's probably gifted to Darren or a gift from Darren in 1963. And he's got a little spun cotton head. So there's the cutest little face. He does have that little berry nose.
I love him.
His little chenille candy cane and scarf, little gold buttons. And then he's on this, which is really different. I'd not ever found one, I don't think, like this. It's on a little cardboard base, and then it has mica glitter that kind of goes around. I really actually like that. It gives him a little bit more stability. Usually it's just this bottom part of the Santas or the gnomes that I find in this kind of style, but I really like him. And he's got a plastic hat. So I will put them back up here together. Caroline and Judy, I saw you both. Thank you so much. Mr. Rosbro, he is 3 3/4 inches tall. And Snowman Goober is 2 3/4 inches tall. So he's like Putz style. He would be, you know, probably the right size that you could put with your Putz houses, just like the pine cone guys. Yes. So I see Wings just popped in there with an 18, and Judy just popped back in there with a 20. So this is for choice. Winner can take one or both, of course. And we are going to do that countdown. Let's find out the lag tonight. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I have never seen that little spun head goober before in my life.
He just has the cutest ever little face. He's got a little smile.
He's very serious too. He's got a serious look about him.
I just got him over the weekend. Okay, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Oh, Judy, your 22 came in after the bid end. So Caroline had the high bid at 21, but Wings had it just in case. So Wings for 22. Let me know if you want. We'll do plastic or goober. Plastic or goober. I call everything a goober. I don't know why. It just is a thing. I don't know why I do that, but I have for some years now.
He's definitely a goober. I don't know what the look on his face if he likes to be called a goober, but he's definitely a goober.
Snowman Goober. All right, you got it. Thank you so much. All right, so back second in line is going to be Miss Caroline. Let me know if you want the Mr. Rosbro. Otherwise, it will go back to Judy. And I think that was everybody that was bidding. I think. All right, Caroline says yes. Yes to the snowman, not yes to the dress. You got it. Thank you so much.
All right, $10 choice, Amy. $10 choice. And it's going to be choice on, and these came out of my collection. These were in our collection.
Yes.
these aren't from those Joseph mice that I sold like a year ago. So these were actually in our collection, and now we're going to offer them up. So $10 choice. We have one little mouse friend here with his little Santa cap. Hello, Renee. Good to see you. And he's got his little Santa bag there with presents. And then we have this little Joseph original mouse. He has his little stocking. So I'll show them to you up close, and it'll be $10 choice. I believe, yeah, this one does not. This little guy here, he no longer has his Joseph sticker, and he no longer has his Japan sticker, but he's definitely a Joseph original. Look with his hands up. He's got his hands up in the air.
I've seen this one before.
This one is one that you do not see that often. If you're collecting these Joseph mice, this is the first one I've ever had, and I don't know that I've ever seen one available on eBay. This one right here. Matter of fact, both of them. I've seen the second one I'm showing a little more often, but this one is the first time I've ever seen him. So, but look, he's got his hands up. He's super surprised. Hands up in the air like he just doesn't care. He's got his fun little Santa bag there with presents inside, and his cold paint is in very good condition. You can see he has a striped little scarf around his neck, and these are both about the same size. These are usually these Joseph mice are right around the 1.5 to 2 inches tall. So this guy is closer to 2 inches. So I'll hold him still so you can see him up close. He's got his little hands up around his ear. He's very, very happy to give out presents and that Christmas time is coming. So this one you'll claim as bag. This one you'll claim as stocking then. And this one is in very good condition as well. This one still has both stickers. This one still has its Joseph original sticker here on the side. And it also has its Japan sticker, if it wants to focus there on the bottom. So this little mouse here, he's just holding his little stocking. I think they kind of are good pieces. They kind of play off of each other. So this little guy is giving out gifts, and this little guy here's like my stocking's empty, Santa. You want to put the present in. And I just think they play well together and go very well together. Let's turn them sort of facing each other. So I see a Terry in a 10. So we're looking, now I really don't have them right. So we're looking for 11 or more. And again, it's going to be on choice. It'll be choice between bag or stocking. So let's go ahead and do a countdown on them. And we are doing just in case if you are an active bidder. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Brenda, I agree. If you had a little sleigh, you pop them in a little sleigh, they'd look really good. They do. Exactly. They do remind me of Tom and Jerry. Yeah. All right. So there's our bid end. So Terry, did you want the one with the bag or the one with the stocking? Or did you want to keep them together? You have the right to claim both. All right, Terry, you guys are staying together and you're going down south. Thank you so much, Terry. Congratulations.
Congrats, Terry. Okay. I have some shakers for my next round. Parmesan, can you see him? Oh, I don't think you can hear him, but he's snoring. I can hear him. He is really taking a hard nap today. He was not even up here yesterday, which is really weird. All right. I have some salt and pepper shakers, and they are going to start at 16. And they are made by Christ. They are the Santa Skunk shakers. They did do several different animals like this with rhinestone eyes with Santa hats. And I love all of them. I just don't see these very often. I think maybe, I don't know if I had a set of these last year or had the reindeer. But I love these guys. And they do both have their original rhinestones. So little blue eye stones sparkle in there in both of them. So neither one of them have any missing rhinestones. I do see some crazing. So there is crazing in the glaze on the white. So anything that is red on here is cold paint. But the blue and black is fired on these guys. So they have little red mittens on, which I think is really cute. Skunks wearing mittens. And then the little Santa hat. So This one is the 3-holer. So pretty good cold paint, I would say overall. I would think there's just like a little bit of scratching. Nothing like super major on the hats. There's just a couple little like pinpoint places. They are stamped Christ kind of lightly. They didn't really do a great job at marking their pieces. A lot of times you can't read it. This one's a little bit more legible, although it's not going to focus, but a little bit more legible on that guy. And I like how they're sculpted, that they did their little tails and their little, I don't know, head fur. I don't know what to call that. It's kind of long in the back. I don't know. Is it a skunk mullet? I'm not sure, but it is kind of flowing, free flowing down into the tail. And there they are at the back. But I don't really see much, like besides the crazing, I can't really see any kind of like flea bites or anything on either one of them. Measurement for them, they are 3 3/4 inches tall, and they date to 1959. 1959. All right. Yes, good for a Christmas bathroom. That's a great idea, Diane. Yes. You don't have to just use your shakers in the kitchen. I have shakers in my laundry room, for goodness sakes. You can totally put them in the bathroom if you want to. All right. I saw Nikki and Alexandra both in there at 16. So we're looking for 17 or more. Let's count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Stinker bid end.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there it is. Santa skunk bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, at the end there, it looks like Alexandra had a just in case of 20, but Nikki had a just in case of 50. So Nikki's going to be the winner at 21. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $8 choice. $8 choice, and I will move through these very quickly, okay? I have them up here on my trusty Garden Guy billboard, okay? And then each one of these trees, I have them tagged, okay? So I have an A, B, C, and D. So I'll be able to keep track of which one or which ones you want. So these are a little different from the ones I offered the other week. This one here might be similar to that, but you can see that they're a little thinner, and then the way the trunk is a little higher, okay? Plus, they have some different details on them. These all measure between 4 and 4.5 inches tall. They're all from Japan. Most of them are stamped, and these are great for putz houses or for your figurines. And $8 choice, I just got them at a good price. So if you guys are interested, they'd be $8 choice to start. This one has all little berries on it. So there is a little bit of wear to them, but that also looks like snow. So there's that heavy, chunky kind of glitter on them, red and gold glitter. There's some white snow on this one, and this one has the red little berries. So this one is kind of like the ones that Hold Howard has done. Hold Howard not only puts the berries on, but they have like the pine cones. So that one has a fun little gold pine cone. And I always call that like the banana. Whatever they do, they put in like these yellow little details that I always thought look like bananas. So that'll be choice B if anybody is interested. C is a little thicker with a little less trunk showing, as you can see. This one is just all berries on it. And this one has not only, so now this is where it gets different. This one here just has red and silver and snow. This one has red, silver, green, and snow and the little berries on it. Then this one here is sort of like the second one I showed you. It has the little banana detail on it. It has the other little berry details and tons of glitter. So these are really fun. And sometimes these smaller, heavily detailed ones are a little harder to find. You can see that the base is stamped Japan. It is the gold colored wooden base. Again, each one of these measures just about 4 to 4.5 inches tall. And you can see they're in very good condition. They have a lot of that thick snow on them. They're not really crushed or flattened. The only places where you'll see some bending inward is where the factory or when they were made sort of glued in any details to them. you know, you can still tell that that pine cone is pretty much held together. And you can see it's still painted gold. So yes, there may be little pieces off of it, but that's the way they made it at the factory. So this one was letter D. So I'm just going in reverse. So this one was letter C. This one is just all your little red berries on it. And it has the red, silver, gold, and green glitter. And again, these are fun. I'm just showing you every little detail. They're pretty much all equal. So if you wanted to decorate with them, I think they're going to look good in between your putz houses. These are great sized bottle brush trees to mix in with your shopper girls. Maybe like, so the little Joseph I just sold would be the right size, and this would look like a real Christmas tree, you know, behind it. So scale wise, it works really well. So this one was letter B. So I see you, Chris, at 8. We're looking for 9 or more on these vintage made in Japan bottle brush trees. I'm pretty sure they're all stamped. So that one has your pine cone. So if you're interested in the ones with the pine cone and the bananas, it's going to be B and D.
Pine cones and bananas.
A and C are just the ones with the little berries. And there is a little bit of wear to the tips, but then also some of that white on there is actual snow that got on it. Okay. So we'll do a countdown. I see Jennifer in at 9. So we're looking for 10 or more. And top bidder, well, one just fell. Give me a second here. So top bidder, you get choice on whatever you want. If we can get them all to stand up again. It'll be A, B, C, or D. Thank you, Chris. I see you for 10. So like I said, I have them tagged with the corresponding letters, so I'll remember which one you want. So we're looking for 11 or more. Let's count them down, and it's on choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, you can pick A, B, C, or D. The ones that are similar, A and C are similar, and B and D are similar. But there's no damage. There's nothing that really stands out, just except for the fact that 2 of them have the bananas and 2 of them have the pine cones, and the other ones just have all berries. So there's our bid end. So Chris, at $10 choice, were you interested in A, B, C, or D? And again, you can pick a variation. And then Jennifer, you'll have backup if there's any left. And again, these are not getting easy to find. Vintage Christmas is getting super hard to find here in Pennsylvania. I cannot. All right, Chris, good choice. Thank you so much, friend. They're all yours. Congratulations.
Chris is getting the whole forest.
Thank you so much.
Whole forest of trees. Okay, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to bring these. I think I've been talking about these for months, maybe. It is going to be a choice round, and it's going to start at 18. I have some nut cups. I have some Christmas nut cups.
Dusty, where's Dusty?
These might be the nicest condition nut cups I have ever had in my hands. They are pretty immaculate. And I have 2 of them, and they're like pretty identical as far as condition goes. These are 1940s Denison nut cups.
Fantastic.
And so the base is just red crepe paper. All right. And then it has the crepe paper twisted handle. But the die cut on this is this awesome embossed Santa. And I don't know if you can see it at the bottom. It says Xmas cheer or Christmas cheer at the very bottom. It's very highly detailed for as tiny it is. And I know that there are some place cards that Denison made, and some tally cards as well that feature the same Christmas cheer Santa. But both of these, and I'll put them side by side, both of these they're pretty identical. I really can't, there's not any bending to the Santas. There's not any tearing to the crepe paper. They're both unused. I don't see any cashew residue or anything in there. I'll turn it to the back. Here's the back. All right. So the Santa die cut is like stapled to the handle. There's not any rusting on the staple either. So they're pretty like I don't know. I don't know if minty's a word for nut cups. It is for ceramics, but these are pretty darn good shape, I would say. I actually had these last year and I forgot to bring them to a sale. I forgot to bring them to a sale. So they've been hanging around in my Christmas stash since last year, but I'm glad that I got to bring them out this year. No nut dust. No nut dust. Nut dust. Karen? Nut dust. All right. Measurement for these, they are 4.5 inches, 4.5 inches tall. I think like those little bottle brush trees that Jason just had, I think one of those in there, you know, you don't have to put your nuts in there. You could put, a little arrangement, whatever in there. That's what my original vision was, to make like a little, not permanent assemblage, but a little like basket of goodies. That was my original idea with these, but I'm going to count I'm going to put these are going to go, these are going to go in a plastic lidded tote, not to be swiped by an orange cat and then chewed to bits by a Pomeranian Chihuahua. No, it's not happening with these. Absolutely not. Redemption, nut cup redemption. All right, let's count it down. Dusty's in there. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bidden. There will be no more nut cup murdering in this house. No.
Poor Parm's going to have to seek litigation. He does not appreciate these accusations.
Hey, he's not the only guilty party in that. He's not.
He's got accomplices.
The dog is just as guilty as he is. Yeah, exactly, Joe. They're going to go into the vault until they get packed in a box. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so very much. Dusty Moose, I'm so happy. You are the winner, 18. Just let me know if you want one or two. I'm pretty sure I already know the answer, but just confirm for me. What I should have done is taken pictures of that. Keep away from Parm. Absolutely, 100%. I will. Guaranteed. Thank you so much, Dusty.
All right, Amy, $20. $20, and I have some ceramic kitschy Christmas goodness for you tonight. If you are collecting the Lefton Snow People, they have one that hinges on the more male side or more female side, and they have multiple pieces. This is the first time I've ever had this one. This is I'm going to call this the lady version of the snow person. So it is a napkin holder. But what's great about this is it is the right size that if you have Christmas cards, you can use it to display Christmas cards. If the ephemera is light enough and not going to tip her over, you can tuck it in here. You could even put like a Christmas book in here for your display. So she's going to be $20. This is the first time I've ever had this one. I've had the boy version, not the girl version. So I sold the hors d'oeuvre a sale or so ago. And some of these pieces, I'm not saying they're rare. You just don't find them that often. I find the shakers more often than I do like the napkin holders or the hors d'oeuvre pieces. So she's in very, very good condition. There's no chip to her nose. That is glazed over. They just did not fully paint that completely. They left the tip a little bit white. So her nose is sort of orangish pink. The cheeks are like a rouge color. And then the way they actually made her little smile, I don't know if you can see, it's a little sideways. So she has like a smirk. So there is a little teeny tiny mouth there painted, but it's halfway done. And it's like she almost has a smirk. So she's really cute with her bonnet. All this is cold paint. And that is in really, really good condition to cold paint. She has some holly up here. Usually these Lefton snow folks have these, scarves and they're the first things to get chipped, but there's no chips on that. She has her little hand warmer here. Again, why does a snow person need to warm their hands? I don't know. She is left in Japan, and I love the fact that they could have just left this flat or straight. They actually made it into a tree. So she measures about 4.5 inches tall by 3 inches at the widest point. So if you had like Christmas cards, you could put Christmas cards in there. You could put napkins in there if you want to. I actually have one in my collection that someone had done years ago. They glued styrofoam in here, and then they put all those mercury picks in. So they kind of made an assemblage here where the napkin's supposed to go. So if you were looking for, you know, something different to do with maybe your corsages or your mercury picks, if you got something in here, maybe just use some double-sided tape, you could stick all those fun things in there and they would be behind her and part of your display. So again, some of these left in pieces that complement the rest of the series are a little more difficult to find. So no chips or cracks. Really, honestly, she doesn't even have like a ton of crazing. And I don't know if you can see here, but the lady, they kind of gave her these extra blobs up here of snow for hair, which I really, really love. So it's really cute, and she's very whimsical. So I see everybody's bids. Thank you so much. Timmy's in at 22. Chrissy is in at 23. So we're looking for 24 or more. Again, no chips or cracks. She is made in Japan, so she is part of the Japan Snow Person series. So let's count it down just in case for active bidders. Timmy's back in with a 25, so we're looking for 26, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hey, Bug, good to see you. You're never late.
Hey,
You're
Bug.
never late, Bug. And again, all that cold paint is still original. No touching up. That's just the glare of my camera from the light, the glare, but there's no cold paint wear whatsoever. She's in really, really good condition. So thank you guys so much. There is the bid end. So Timmy had a bid of 25, but Chrissy had a just in case. So Chrissy, it's coming to you for $26. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. These are something I got over the weekend. I've never been able to purchase any of these before. I've looked at them lots of times, and I believe this to be their original box. I believe it to be their original box. These are some 1940s-ish, early 1950s mercury glass clip-on candles. And there's 4 of them in here and an extra clip. The lady that I purchased these from at a show, she had several different sets in the boxes like this, and they all had a little extra clip. I'm not sure why. Maybe if one of the clips gets, I don't know, damaged or something like that, you got a bonus in there if you need it. But I'm going to take one out of here. And so like the larger mercury glass candles, these are completely made of glass, so blown glass, and then they made different colors of these, but it has kind of a twisted flame on the top in gold paint. And I didn't even put a start bid in there, did I? Yeah, I did. I didn't highlight it. There we go. And so these, most of the time, if they're painted, the color is worn off just from wear. And they do all have these little metal clips to clip it. So you would put it on the end of your branch and then clip it up from the bottom so that the candle stands up high. And there's no breakage to any of these, and they're all in good shape. So the metal clip here is attached. All right, so it's not supposed to come off. And the candle length for these, they are about 5 3/4 inches tall, including the base. All right, so that is about how tall they are. And I like these. They did come in lots of different colors to do these. But, you know, if you like to do more of an older style decorating for your tree, not necessarily the kitschy stuff, I'm going to try and show each of them quickly.
I've never seen these before, Amy. The red ones
like
this
the
size?
only other ones of these that I have ever seen have been at Mary's. And she keeps hers. She just has a few of them in her like glass little showcase. That's where she keeps hers. And I've seen a few people at the Midwest Holiday Show have some, but I have never been able to purchase any of these. So they all have just a little bit of paint scratching, but they're clear glass, and then the mercury coating is on the inside, and then it's painted over top. So you can see a little bit of that silver poking through there. Donna, I see you. Thank you so much. So like the bigger, like silver mercury candles that just have the little flame on the end, it's like that, but smaller version and then painted over top. So cold paint, if you will. So cold painted like ceramics. So there's not really anything protecting the paint on there, but I did want to show the condition of all of them. I think that they're very good. I think they're very good condition for their age and that they were actually probably used. And I do believe, like I said, this is their original box that they would have come in. And they all have like a little loop in here.
Joe, there's 4 of them. There's a set of 4, right?
Yes,
Amy?
there's a set of 4 and an extra clip. There's the other one. Yep, it's for the whole set. Okay.
So good.
And if you hold it up to a light, you can kind of see through. You can see through it, if that helps. But they are totally glass, and I'm going to put them back in their little holder. Yes. There's 4 in there, Joe. Yep. And they all have their candle clips attached. There's no chipping or anything with the glass. They all have like there's a little foil ending like underneath the clip to protect the metal on the glass. So they all have that intact as well. I'm trying to get it back in the little stringy holder there so we can hold it up again. I just didn't want them to fall out. But I did want to show what they all look like. All right, there we go. There's all 4 in there. Beautiful. All right, so Donna's in there at 24, so we're looking for 25 or more, and there's that bonus little candle clip. All of hers had a little clip in there. All right, I'm going to count it down. We're looking for 25 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Hi, Robin.
Hi, Robin. Ooh. I think these would look so pretty with mercury bead garland.
They'd look good on a wreath.
On a feather tree. Yeah, lots of different things. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you so very much. Robin, your just in case came in after the bid end. I'm so sorry. So right there before the bid end, I saw Jennifer got a bid in there, but Miss Donna got a bid of 31 in there right before Karen's bid end. So Donna, congratulations. They are coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $20 choice, $20 choice, and I'm going to move quickly through these. It's going to be choice on NAPCO Santa face mugs. These are all the mugs I have this year. I have these, and then I took a few into Mother Tucker's. So we have about 4 at Mother Tucker's. So in any upcoming sales, these are it. We're having a hard time sourcing Santa mugs. So they are all identical. One of them does have a little bit of wear by the eye. Okay. So you can pick which one or ones you want, but A, B, C are identical. Very little paint wear, no chips or cracks, typical crazing. But then D, he has a little bit of wear right there by his eye, but the whole eye is intact when it comes to, the painting and stuff. So these are fun. These are not a rare set, but they're one you don't see that often. They're made by Napco Ware. They have really, really good detail. Each one of them is winking, and they're all winking from the same eye. So when I'm holding it towards you here, the eye that's winking is actually the right eye. So when you're holding the mug towards you, it would be then to the left is where the mug is. And then to your right is going to be where the hat kind of curls around. So they're in really great condition. They're a unique one that you don't see that often. And they are just very, very heavily detailed. The ermine detail is a little different than the other mugs that you see. They decided to use a light gray. You can see that the blush tilted here. I don't want it to get too washed out. The face has the kind of the blush, the flesh tone painted throughout. So it's not all washed off. So it's throughout. And I really love the way they made the mouths and the details of the beard. So we'll spin this one around. This one was on the board. It was letter A. You can see there is a little discoloration on the inside, but the red paint is phenomenal. There's no big I move it really fast so that you guys can see that if you see any white specks, it's just the ring light. But there's no big chunks, missing. Each one of these mugs measures about 4 inches tall by about 3 inches wide. So that one was letter A. Okay. This one is letter B. And again, you can see that they're all pretty similar. They did a really good job. Some of that I think is from storage. Hey, Nikki, good to see you. I think that's from storage. I did my best to clean it out. These were a set that were in a brown box when Tina bought them, and the brown box had a lot of wear. So I don't know, I would say a little bit of cleaning, you could get that out. I did my best to clean, but I don't think these were ever drank out of. So I think the staining or the discoloration have you on the inside is just from the box and all that kind of, what is it? The hay, kind of the hay they use, I think kind of stained the inside or left a mark. This one's very vibrant with the Napco wear mark. So that was letter B. This one is letter C. Again, very identical. Faces are all painted really good. The only one that has a slight condition issue or a factory defect, they missed a little bit of the paint right there around the eye on letter D. Okay? So thank you guys for the bids. Nikki is in at 21. We're looking for 22 or more. And it's going to be choice on mugs. You have 4 that you can pick from. A to C are identical. Just remember D has that little bit of paint wear. So if you're interested, guys, we'll count them down. We are doing just in case. We're looking for 22 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These are great bottle brush trees. They're great to put on your shelves. If you like the minty ones like I do, these are the mintiest ones I have. The ones that had some wear went to Mother Tucker's. They'll be there Sunday. If you guys want them Sunday, I can show them to you Sunday. But these will be the only ones that I have for live sales this year. So thank you all for the bids. Chris was in at 21. Nikki had a just in case of 25. So Jennifer at 26. 26, Jennifer, you get first choice. I have 4 of them available. Remember, A through C are identical. D's the only one that has that little bit of paint wear right by his eye. But I'm just nitpicking because I want you guys to know what they look like. So Jennifer has...
then Nikki Moss is going to be your next.
All right.
And then Chris.
All right. So Nikki, A is off the board. So at 25, I have B and C available, which are identical. D has just that little speck. And I think that was factory. Okay, I got you for B and C, Nikki. Thank you so much. And then Chris, we're left with the Santa with a little bit of paint wear by his eye. And he would be 21. And I think those were all our bidders because I think everybody did it just in case.
Yes, that was everybody.
All right. So, Chris, if you were interested in him, he's still available at 21. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Congratulations.
All right. I have a couple higher start items tonight. I'm going to do one right now. This was something I just got over the weekend. And it's been a few years since I've had one of these, especially seen one in this good of condition. So it's going to start at 55. And here she is. She is one of the larger ceramic angel lights.
So good.
And the cold paint on her is pretty good. The last one I saw of these, it was like completely crackled and crazy and kind of peeling off. This one is really nice condition. And yes, she works, and I will plug that in for you. She has the sweetest ever little face. So there is crazing present on her. These typically do have some crazing, and she has the flame bulb that she's holding in there. Made by James A. Cole Company. And they did several different variations, poses, if you will, hairdos on these angels. But they were all made by the same company. And she's got kind of gold kind of accents on her wings, and then little starbursts all over her dress. She's got a really pretty kind of necklace going on. We'll turn her to the side here. And a little bit of black going up the shadow of the sleeves. That right there is kind of just the minuscule little paint scratch. Really, there's nothing going on back here at all. Very nice condition. And there's the halo, so there's not really any paint. There's just, I think that right there is manufacturing. That was a paint skip right there and right there. It does not look like a scratch to me. And there's the end. Now there is a much longer cord. You just kind of have to pull it out, but there's a lot of cord that is up in there, so you can kind of adjust the length. Now this one does not have a toggle on it, but I will show you the plug. It's nice and clean, not any kind of issues with the plug at all. So it does not have the toggle switch to turn on and off, but here she is lit up. There she is. So it's a really nice, I know it's hard to see like the colors of the flame ball, but it's a really nice ambiance glow there from the candle. And you can take out the flame bulb. That's just what she would originally come with, is the flame bulb. But you could totally switch that out for just like a white bulb or another color if you wanted to. And she's just in excellent condition. I don't know, I think it's been three years maybe since I have had one of these. And I just can't really say that there's much issue with her at all. There's no chips. There is no chips, no repairs, no damage at all for her. She does measure 9 inches tall, so she's fairly large. This, I think, if you like don't have the room for a ceramic tree, this is something that could take the place of that. She's just really super nice condition. Really super nice.
Beautiful. And that's a unique color. I've seen the ones all red and all green, but I never saw a two-tone with those atomic stars like that.
I have not had this variation of one either. The last one I think I had, she has little pigtails instead of the short kind of haircut. She has little pigtails. I think that's the green dress one was the last one that I had.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's really nice. But we'll go ahead. If anybody's thinking about that, we'll bring her back. The recap.
All right. $30, Amy. $30. This is the first time I've ever had one of these ornaments. There is a little bit of wear to it, but this is super old. Some of the mesh could stand to be replaced, but I do believe this to be an early 1900s German teardrop ornament. I do believe that's a Dresden die cut that is in there. But it's in overall really, really good condition. I'll take it off the board and show it to you up close. The only major condition issue, and you can rebend it and try to restring it if you want to, some of the mesh has come undone. So the way these ornaments work, these are little diorama ornaments. They're usually German. And then what they do is the mesh holds the cardboard insert up. So this little angel on the inside, she's actually being held by a little glass peg. So can you see that? There's a little glass peg in there. And these are really, really getting hard to find. Usually, if the mesh was not damaged, these can be upwards of $100+ for one of these ornaments. Wow. I think it gives it a good patina. If you have some of this old mesh, you can fix it. If you just want to sit it and display it, you can display it. So you can also see there is a little bit of wear to the paint in the back from the mesh rubbing on it, okay? But it is this diorama teardrop ornament. I do believe it to be German. Let me get in here so you guys can see the beautiful little angel in there. She has this beautiful blue flower garland that she is holding. And again, she is held together and held in here by a little glass peg, okay? So these were very prominent around the early turn of the century, very Victorian ornaments. And these don't come around that often. You can see that it's all hand painted with these not atomic, but these like celestial kind of stars on the side. They have this great like bunting here across, or drapery across the front of the screen. But you do have a little bit of paint wear here on the back. And I do believe that's from probably 100 years of that, metal meshing, rubbing some of the paint off, okay? But all the important features are there. It still has its original topper. There's no major breaking to the glass, but with a little bit of TLC, you can jazz it up. I think it looks good as is. I would just sit it in your display. It will hang. So there is enough of the mesh that if you did want to hang it on your tree, just what happens is this wafer moves around because the mesh would have balanced it out. So it would have had what you see over here. It would have been more all the way around. So you can take that off. You can redo it. You can still find some newer mesh. So newer mesh. Robin, you might be lagging.
Yeah, Robin, I think you're lagging.
You might be lagging just a little bit. And then a lot of these, each one is different. So if you guys know the little die cuts from Germany, I don't know, the other ones, they seem to all be angels depicting something, but they're all just a little bit different. And there might be a little bit of haze there over the glass in the front. But again, that's all par for the course because this ornament's at least 100 years old. So, Dusty, I got you in at 30. Robin, I don't know if you were lagging, if you were interested, but this is a very early German ornament. I believe that to be the original Dresden German die cut on the inside. It's held together with a peg. And before I count it down, let me give you measurements. It's 4 inches tall. So it's 4 inches tall. And the only condition issues, again, is some of the mesh. And you can try to rebend it and string it if you want to. So thanks, Dusty. Let's count it down. We're looking for 31 or more, just in case for active bidders. Robin's in there with 32. Again, guys, if you know these don't come around that often. And this is a really, really old piece. So I think Robin meant 32 when she put in a 22.
Gotcha.
So we got you, Robin. Let's count her down, guys. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I agree. And if you guys are into earlier Victorian, turn of the century ornaments or Christmas, this is one. Yeah, and I didn't even know we had it. We must have tucked it into a box, and I found it when I was going through things the other day. I'm just grateful we didn't break it or anything bad happened to it. So thank you guys so much for the bids. There's our bid end. So Robin had a just in case of 65, but Dusty Moose had a just in case of 68. So for 66, Dusty, it's coming your way. Thank you, ladies, so much.
Awesome. Okay. All right. This is going to be my highest start item of the sale. And it is going to start at 75. And I have a Russian Santa tonight. And I've never had a Russian Santa. Can't say that I have. I've had other Russian plush, but I've never had the Santa. Now, I will say that he does have, which is why he's starting at 75. He does have a couple little issues to his suit. All right. But he's also coming with this awesome advertising for Coke bottles that you could get the Russian Santa. I got this from Brooke specifically to include with this Santa because he is missing his Coke bottle. Okay. I didn't think that took away from him at all, but that's why I am including this cool advertising in lieu of the Coke bottle. And this is pretty cool. This was, you could collect the bottle caps to send in to get your Russian Santa for $1.98. I think that's pretty awesome. I would just display it just like that. Miss Kathy, I see you. Thank you so much. All right. Now, like I said, there's a little stain right here on the sleeve. Hopefully that is picking up. And there's a couple little holes in a few places here. And there is a little bit here on the back. So right here, there's a couple. And there is like excuse me, Santa, we're all getting up in your business. There's a little patching repair done right in here. Okay. And sorry, Santa, we're not trying to get all up and personal, but there's a little bit stitching going on right there. But when he's like standing, you cannot really see it. And I do know that the white belted version with his little cape down here, usually it's black. Usually it's the black belt is a little bit more common than the white one is, but Santa's been eating too much. And he does have the white boots rather than the black boots. And these are rubber boots and then rubber face. His face is very nice. Very nice paint on his face. You can't get much more jollier than that Russian Santa face. And then he's got his little red cherry lips poking out. His beard is really nice and soft. The white trim, it's not like stark white anymore. It's a little, but that's I like Santas. I like Santas that are not like that they have, he tells his true age. That's why I really like that. He does stand. He's very stiffly stuffed. That's hard to say. But he will stand up on his own. He is standing right now. And measurement for him, he is 16 inches by about 10 inches wide at the arm. All right. And I just love him. He's very, very happy. If I ever came across a pink one, truth be told, I probably would keep it. Probably would keep it. Barb is the only one that I know of that has a pink one. I don't know very many people that have a pink Russian.
Doesn't Caroline
Barb's got some awesome colored ones.
She's
got some of the really hard ones, and I know Miss Caroline has quite the collection of them as well. But you're going to get both together because I just thought that was fun. So I see Miss Kathy Plunkett is in there at 78, and I did see Jennifer pop in there as well. Pinky's a keeper, yes, absolutely. Although I like that mint green one too. He's pretty fabulous. But let's count him down. We are looking for 79 or more on the Russian Santa. Don't wait too long to put those bids in there. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. She has, Ariana has a pink Harold Gale.
Yes. I love the way his face is painted. Each one of these is a little different, and his face is painted really good.
I like that they put a little blushing up here on the head. All right. I'm going to look at the bid end. So there is Karen's bid end. Ho, ho, ho. Thank you so much. So I see Kathy had a just in case of 90, but Miss Jennifer had a just in case of 103. So Jennifer, congratulations. He's coming to you for 91. Thank you so very much. Ho, ho, ho.
All right. I will move fast. $20 choice. $20 choice. These are the cleanest, nicest, highest quality putz houses that I have ever had to sell in a live. Okay. So it's going to be choice, and it's going to be A, B, C, or D. Okay. None of the cellophane is broken. All right. But the window in one of the windows in the yellow house has a line through it. So I don't know if it is in the manufacturing, but none of these windows are broken out. Okay. They actually have a feature on them that I have never had before in a putz house. You can see where it looks like each one of those trees is inserted into a planter almost. So it gives it some more depth. Okay. So we'll move through them very quickly, but you'll be able to pick A, B, C, or D, and I think they look really fun together. So they are all made in Japan. They are that cardboard putz. They are all roughly 4x4. So here's your first one. That one has your Victorian style double door on it. Again, the cellophane is in all the windows. This one has the
minty, I like the roof.
Some of the roofs on these are really good. So this is like your minty green. I'm calling it blue, but it's more like a minty green. Look how the mica is. You might have some bending in manufacturing, but overall, these houses are in very good, clean condition. So that one says Japan. So some of these houses can get beat up from years of storage. This one is a gorgeous butter yellow. I don't think it's going to show, but that one upper window just has a little line through it. You can kind of see it's wrinkly a little bit, but it's still complete and still intact, okay? So that's going to be your second one, and that has your double doors on it as well. Has a little awning. That one has like the blue snow on the white roof. 4x4, made in Japan. They're all four-sided, and they're the ones that you can pop the little light in if you want to light them up, okay? So that'll be B. This one is C. Again, very good condition. Has the double doors there. No breaking, no breakage. The glitter is really bountiful in all of them. Some of them you can't see. Like that one I showed you, that's the more mica glitter. This one has more of the metallic glitter on it. So that's going to be C. Thank you, Robin, for the 21. Looking for 22. And this one, you can see where it bowed in a little bit. I don't know if that's from years of storage or from the factory, but this one's just a little unique. It kind of has your
balcony.
I know. It has a fancy balcony. So, and then this one, blue top, pink, blue. That one has the chimney. So they all have something really good going for them. And especially if you do pastel colors at Christmas, these are going to look great. Truth be told, these would also look good if you used them at Easter. They would fit into your Easter if you wanted to do like a wintry Easter scene. So we are in at 22 with Chrissy. We're looking for 23 or more. And again, I'll show them to you in the same order. That was A. That's the one with the minty roof. B, that's the one with the blue roof with the butter outside. That has the little overhang. That's your more triangular house. It actually has a little chimney, unlike the other ones. That one has the balcony, all in super good condition. So count them down, 23 or more, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I think this is one of the earlier versions of the Alpine Village. 2 of these, there was 6 I got. The other 2 were damaged. It was very weird. So however they got stored, 2 took the brunt, but all 3 of these are saved because 2 of them got completely crushed from however the person stored them. So
yes, absolutely.
I don't know.
I would move in there in a second.
Oh, absolutely. All right, there's our bid end. Thank you so much. So Robin had it just in case. I'm so sorry, Robin. Your 40 came in after the bid end. So with Dusty, Chrissy at 38, right, Amy? Yeah, yes. Chrissy at 38. Chrissy at 38, you get first choice. You can take A, B, C, or D. And then, of course, you can take all. So sorry, Richard, you're 25. Some of you guys are really lagging. It must be pretty bad tonight. And then back up will be Robin at 37. So at 38, Chrissy, A, B, C, or D. And again, you have the choice. I think it's a ready-made village. I think it looks pretty good. It's a little bit of everything. Man, lag's super bad, guys. Thanks for hanging with us. And then Robin, you'll have backup at 37. All right, so you just want C. So I got you here for C. Chrissy, thank you so much. So Robin, we had A, B, and D remaining, and that would be at 37 each. A, B, or D. And then that takes us back to Dusty Moose at 28. But at 37, Robin, and they're 2 different pinks. One is a very hot pink. One's a light pink. But it's A, B, and D remain. All right, so you want, everybody went for I thought they'd have grabbed the pink ones right away. All right, so Dusty at 28, the 2 different pink ones remain. So we have D and A. I thought for sure folks would go for the pink ones and the one with the balcony and the overhang. So, okay, Dusty. So you want D. Thank you so much. Nobody wants poor A man here by himself. So was there any left, Amy?
I think that's everybody that was bidding.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, it was. All right. Well, we'll bring the lone soldier back for the recap. Thank you guys so much.
That one was my favorite.
I know. I liked both of them.
It's all right. I might move in after all. You never know.
You got it.
All right. I have a choice round as well. Oh, Chrissy wants the pink one. She wants that one too.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Chrissy. That one is yours.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. I have a choice round of antique postcards. And it's going to start at $10. And they're both snowman related. I loved both of these. So here is the first one. I'm going to show this one first. He is so cute. I hope my camera will focus in on him to get the detail of him. Come on, camera. It just does not want to. It doesn't want to catch it. We'll try that. Come on, camera. Come on. Oh, he's so cute. I want him to focus. And there we go. Okay. And this is a German postcard. FYI. So it is not embossed, all right, but it is covered with some mica snow. So you can see he is glittery, but that is actual mica flakes in there. And he's got a little top hat with clovers and berries on there for good luck. He's also got some bleeding hearts around his neck, some forget-me-nots, and some pansies, which I really like. Now, there is some writing here from your teacher in the one. It does say a Merry Christmas, but I just love him. I just thought he was the cutest little snow guy. This one does have a postmark on the back of 1906 from Ohio, and it is German. All this up here is German here, and it does have a partial 1-cent stamp. Wings and Lisa, I see you both. Thank you so much. There's just, there is a little tiny bend here at the corner, right down there, and a little start of one right there up in the corner. But oh my gosh, he's the cutest. The other snowman one, a little different style. This one is highly embossed, and it does have some silver foiling going on, but the kids are out playing in the snow and building the snowman. I really liked the holly and the foiling. So that one says a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I also really like the colors in this one. This one is not postmarked, not been used on the back. I do believe this is a USA made card, but no manufacturer identified for that one. But I do know that there are some other ones very similar to this, with kids doing stuff out in the snow, sledding, what have you, snowball fights, from the same series. It's called the Children series. Let me get caught up on the chat. Hello, MJ and KP. I see you both in there. Thank you so very much. Yes, the postmark is from Scipio Siding, Ohio. I have no idea where that is. Scipio Siding. I have no idea.
I want to go there, though. That sounds like a fun town. And
it was addressed in the same town. So I don't know where that is. Y'all have to Google that one and figure it out. But there's not, I don't really see any condition issues on this one. But you can definitely see the embossing on the back of that one. So postmark on the single snowman, none on the other one. This one is German made. This one is USA made. So let's count it down for choice. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I just thought both of these were different. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some Santa postcards, but I thought these were very different. All right. Wings, I see her just in case. I saw Judy pop in there. Okay. Ooh, MJ, you're 15. I clicked on Karen's bid end and the chat jumped. Your 15 came in after the bid end. So looks like Wings is going to be my winner at 15. Let me know. We'll do snowman or kids. Snowman or kids. That will be easy to tell them apart. And yes, if you guys have not done the refresh, the gear wheel icon, please make sure and do that if you haven't done it in a while. You got it, Wings. Thank you so very much.
All right, Amy, $65. $65, and I have a flat back snowman. So I'll show him to you like this.
He's cool.
And then I'll show him to you lit up. Okay, so I do have the original cord. This is by a company that I've never had a piece before, but we'll get into that. But I want to let you guys see that he has a little bit of wear to it. So, but there's no major breaking. It's curling right here, and it's separating from the cardboard. So however it was stored, it's curling a little bit right there up in that corner. And then you can see where kind of the plastic is curling a little bit there. But this is a thinner plastic, and this snowman kind of emulates or imitates. Remember last night during your sale, Kimmy and Frank had the snowman, the plastic one?
Mm-hmm.
He sort of emulates that, I think.
Yeah, like sort the same kind of pose, like
yeah.
with the hand up in the air. Yeah, I see that.
Yes. And he has some really fun details. He has some pastel colors on him. He has a yellow button nose. He has a little yellow pipe there, a little corncob pipe. He has blue snowflakes. He has white snowflakes on top of a blue scarf. And then you can see he has his little broom behind him. And he has these pinkish blue style shoes. It's from a company called Miller Electric, and it's out of Pawtucket, Rhode Island. So it is stamped on the back. I do have what's left of the original light. Somebody kind of taped some of the cardboard, but the insert goes in here just like that. So if you can see, it kind of lays right in there like that. And he does light up. So he's in really, really good condition. He also comes with, there's no thrills or chills, but he does come with his original box. So you can see he does have his original box. So we'll box it in the box and put it in another box. So you get a box and a box and a box and a box. So he displays beautifully. What I would do is I would probably go, I have an incandescent bulb in there. I'd get an LED one, put it down in there. And I think if you could get an LED one that is very, very bright, it'll have no heat. And I think you'll get the full body to light up. But remember, when these came out in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, this is the way they lit up. They weren't like today. So you just had like the torso and the face that lit up. So it looks like some of the cardboard came apart and the previous owner did tape it. But that's what's left of the plug. It's the original plug. It's safe to plug in. I wouldn't be afraid of it at all. So outside of the curling, there looks like there would have been a little bit of rippling to the belly, but I still think that's okay. I tried to look online. I couldn't find many versions. I could find it on a Google image search, but I couldn't find any sold. I couldn't find a lot of this company, Miller Electric. And again, I'll show you the back here. And I've sold flatbacks, before, usually Noma ones and companies like that. But this is an obscure company that I had never heard of before. So, and you don't have to light him up if you want to. He's getting washed out. He is a very creamy white color. And he's got this great like flesh tone pink kind of iridescent about him. I don't know.
He's awesome. I've never seen him before either.
I don't know if he was originally painted like that or he patinaed, like that. But there's no cracks or breaks to him. Just you have some weird curling. And this is the only part that's separating right here. So it curled and it separated a little bit. He measures about 19 inches tall. So he's 19 inches tall. And he is about 14 inches wide. So again, I will hold him still so you guys can get the full effect. Button nose. You can see where they use the coal to make a mouth. He has some coal buttons on the front. And again, he's in very, very good condition. Maybe a little discoloring to the back. Maybe a little bit of wear. I don't know how much of that light socket is punched out, but I do know that's the original light. And then it just pops right in there. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do a countdown. I see Richard in at 66. We had Karen in at 65. Kim's going to be our backup bid ender on the flat back, thin plastic 1950s snowman. I think he's fantastic. So counting down 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, you can light him up. You could just hang him as is. Maybe get an LED. If you get an LED that has two lights, you could drape it down in there. You wouldn't have to be afraid of anything getting, burned or melted. Or just go the old school way, the way it was intended to be, and just pop that in and just have the center section lit up. So thank you so much for the bid end, Kim. So Richard had a just in case of 75, but Karen had a just in case of 85. So for $76, Karen, you're going to Canada, buddy. He's heading up north. Thank you both so much for the bids and congratulations.
Congrats, Karen. He's awesome. All right. Let's see. This, so I have a story to tell about this next item, and it's going to be for the pair. All right. You're going to be getting both of these. It's not for choice. So last year, very close to Christmas, I think I videotaped this guy wherever I found him. I remember filming him. And I was like, this is the skinniest weirdo bendy thing I have ever seen. And I kind of put him in my bin with my knee huggers because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I didn't know if I was going to craft with him, but I just put him in my bin. I didn't do anything with him last year. But over the weekend, this is really exciting because I'd never seen a skinny, bendy snowman like that. I found Santa. All right, I found a skinny, bendy Santa like this as well. And this was a surprise to me. He's made by Whole Howard. And this was in a locked case, and his foot was kind of sticking out, and he was kind of like in with some other things. And I was like, that's just like my little snowman guy. Like literally the same pose, the same hands and everything. And this guy has an original price tag of 25 cents. So I thought that they should definitely live together because they're both Holt Howard.
They're discoing too.
That's pretty amazing. Well, hey, Sally B, good to see you. And I cannot find either of these guys. Can't find them online right now. Especially this guy. I cannot find him. And both of them are in relatively good condition. I really don't see much issue with them at all, but I really like that you could, you could stick him on a branch. You could wrap this arm around. You can have him crawling out of your tree, have him waving, whatever. But I don't know what their intended purpose were. I don't know if they're supposed to be like package decorations or just something that you could stick in your tree as an ornament. I'm not really sure because I can't, of course, these guys aren't in the Holt Howard book. I know that they did some other felt things. Jason's had some things. I've had some things, money holders, drink cozies, light switch covers, all sorts of weird felty things in the 60s. So who knows what their original intention were, but I think they're fantastic. Measurement for them, they are 12 inches. They're 12 inches long. The snowman's just a hair taller because of his little felt hat. But the felt on them, it's not fraying. It's not discolored. There's no staining. The wire armature is really nice in both of them. So I think that they needed to be buddies and they needed to go together. And it rescued Mr. Snowman out of my bin. So I think he's awesome. So they do have like little berry noses, and then their eyes and mouth is that little kind of flocked kind of paper. So it is paper like on there, not actual felt. All right. I see Joe's in there at 47. So we're looking for 48 or more, and it is for the pair, not for choice. So let's count it down. But just Mr. Santa here has that good old Holt Howard foil sticker, but the little snowman has the original price tag of 25 cents. When anybody invents the time machine to go back to Woolworths in the 50s, you let me know. Jason and I are going to come with you. Okay. Let's count these down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I was saying, Amy, they look like they're doing disco. Like they're kind of night.
Kind of, yeah. Like John Travolta. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God, I love these. Ooh. Oh, these are really good. These are super mid-century kitsch.
I love these. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. All right, it looks like high bid what was Miss Sally B at 50, but William did use a just in case. So William, they are coming to you for 51. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Miss Amy, $38. $38. And years ago, somebody explained to me what the black label Lefton meant, and I no longer remember. But in the 50s, they had these black labeled Lefton. You've seen this before, right, Amy? The black.
Not very often. Only a handful of times have I ever seen that.
I think that it meant that it went to higher end boutiques. I think
it was more of a limited release exclusive kind of thing.
Yes, yeah. Like it would have went more to a Marshall's. It may have went more to a Macy's, and I'm just pulling out names. I don't know that for sure, but these wouldn't have been sold at the Woolworth. So $38. I couldn't find an example of this guy anywhere. So this is made by Lefton. It is a black label Lefton. Exactly, Karen. That's the kind of stores that you would have found these in. So there's actual folks that have come to my store that they specifically are looking for black label Japan Lefton pieces. So $38. He's a really fun Santa. He falls sort of into your head bust kind of world. He has some remarkable details. Look at the way they detailed up the holly, kind of with some black details. The red paint is in phenomenal condition. I love the fact that Santa has these gorgeous blue eyes. They really did a great job with the blush on his cheeks, and the detail of his beard is just phenomenal. So he is a planter. No chips or cracks. I don't know that he's ever been used. I didn't have to do a ton of cleaning to him. And he's a nice, large-sized, flat back planter. So he is one that if you work him into your display, you can always put him back against the wall because with him being flat. So let me get in here and let you see how pretty and how clean he is. Look at the details on those eyes, again, with the mouth. I think they did such a good job with him. And if you are into Santa faces or Santa planters, this is not one that I had ever had or seen before. Tina had bought a Lefton Holly collection. So she bought the Lefton Holly pieces. This was the only non-Holly piece in it. I love you, Lisa. She's like, I bet Bill, I bet Bill has him. Oh my God.
He's a big fan of those flat back planters. That's for sure.
He is. And this guy is in superb condition. There is no paint wear. There were no touch-ups. Again, he is really, really clean, and he would be from the 1950s. He measures 5.5 inches tall. He measures about 5 inches across, and deep-wise, he's about 4 inches deep. So again, he is one of those black label Lefton pieces. I'm very happy that's still attached. There's only there's one set of holly that always has the black label, and it's like the Victorian shoes that they did in the Christmas holly. So I see the black label.
I've never had anything with the black label.
This is probably a handful, maybe 5 in my lifetime, and I don't even know if we have 1 or 2 in our collection. So, but thank you all for the bids. Susan is in at 40, so we're looking for 41 or more. No chips or cracks. Let's count him down, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Again, the detail is phenomenal. It reminds me of California pottery, the way they did the cheeks here. And like I say, I've never seen him before. And he is just really unique and phenomenal. And he's going to look great in your Christmas displays. So thank you, Susan, for the just in case of 45. There's our bid end. But Robin had a just in case of 65. So for 46, Robin, congratulations. He's coming your way. Thank you, ladies, for the bids.
Congratulations. All right. I have a choice round, and it is going to be between brooch hanky combos. I haven't done those yet this season, and I had fun pairing these together. So I have 2 to choose from, and they are both tree brooches, but with a little bit special Christmas hankies, a little bit different subject-wise. So I'm going to show you each of them first, and then I will show you the hankies. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's the first pairing. All right, we have this goldy tone, very sparkly rhinestone tree with all these different colors in there. Pink, light blue, orange, red, yellow, and white rhinestones in there. And that's why I paired it with this hanky, because it's covered with all sorts of different colored and interesting shaped ornaments. Did I miss your brown bear? No, Nikki. No, I have not done that yet. Usually the hankies are poinsettias. That's usually what I come across. But I thought I would pair them with something a little different this time. And I liked the colors in this. And the hanky I will show you on this one. We'll fold it out. So it has that kind of edging, and then it has all the little Christmas ornaments and kind of mercury bead garland, if you will. All sorts of different fun shapes in there for that one. So that's why I paired those 2 together. because I like the colors. And this one, no stamping, no maker's mark on this one. Just kind of a brushed goldy tone, very mid-century. It does have safety clasp here on the back side. This one measures 2 by 1 1/4. That's the sizing on that tree. Okay. The second one, which is also pretty, just a little bit different. Maybe you like more traditional colors. This one's a little bit more traditional. This one I'm pairing with a wreath, berry, and pine cone hanky. And this one is equally as sparkly, just very sparkly on this one. Now, it is more traditional colors. This one has a mixture of red, dark green, white, and then the little star on top, and then the base of the tree has some AB stones in there as well. This one also goldy tone on the back with a safety clasp. Okay, so the hanky for this one, let me get caught up on the chat. I apologize. Right, looks like Robin just popped in there with the high bid at 24. This one has kind of holly and berries and little pine cones, and then it has a little wreath with a bow. And that is how, when you open it, all 4 corners, and then it makes this fun geometric shape in the center. Okay, so that's why I paired it with this one. A little bit more traditional colors for these. So there is pairing with that tree. And then the other one was the colors, was the colorful one. The red and green tree, I didn't give you a measurement. This one is 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. Okay, and it is a little bit domed. It's not completely flat. It's a little bit domed. So when you put it on, it's going to kind of raise off your whatever you're wearing it on. All right, Minx is in there at 27, and this is for choice. Between the brooch hanky combos, and I will hold the brooches up here while we count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Both of those trees are pretty spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that first one with the, oh my God.
I really like this one because it was different. Neither one of them are signed. I wish they were, but they are not. They're both very high quality, whatever they are. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Sparkle, sparkle. Thank you so much. All right. Looks like my high bid was Miss Robin with a just in case of 42, but Nikki Moss had a just in case of 79. Oh, she already knows what she wants. Girl's already on the ball. All right. You got it, Nikki. They are both coming to you. Thank you so much. Nikki's the winner. I didn't call it at 43. Thank you so much. Right.
$22, Amy, $22. And this might be the first time I've had one of these larger stockinette nylon angels. Especially, I guess I would say this is the first time I've had one in this sculpt. Okay. So these were made to be figurines. You know, you could display them, or you could also bend the nylon a little bit and use them as your tree toppers. Okay. So these are 50s and 60s. The body is made of nylon. There's absolutely no tears to the nylon whatsoever. The stockinette face, no tears to that. Just note, there's either a manufacturing defect from when they painted it or from storage up there on her forehead. There is a little bit, but the weird part is that's underneath the stockinette coming through. So that's
I bet it's a piece. I bet it's a piece of like thread or something from underneath that's poking through. That's what I think it looks like to me.
Either that or it's like discolored straw, you know, because they, you know, a lot of these faces have some straw mixed into it with whatever other material they used underneath it. So just note that it really can't, you wouldn't want to try to clean it, because if you did get water on that, that would start to disintegrate. Okay. So she is in superb vintage condition. I love the detail of the rhinestones that they did on these. I always thought it was supposed to be like maybe them crying, or I don't know what detail or why they did it. I enjoy it though. I like it. Of course, it's not their eyeballs. It is just, I think it's supposed to just be
like
like
a tier. I always thought it was a tier.
And the hair is yarn and is in very good condition. She has her original little halo up there, which is the pipe cleaner, and the details on the wings, like I said, no tears. And she even has this high quality little original ribbon style bow on the back. And then you can see that it's actually 3 different pieces of the wire and nylon that then they intertwined it and tied it all together. So when you get her, you'll want to bend these however you want. Just be careful not to tear the nylon. And then when at the factory to hold it all together, they actually tied in some more of these pipe cleaners to hold it all together. So she does stand on her own. And again, she could be a tree topper if you wanted to. They gave her some gold painted details. So it is glittered gold paint on there. Then her hands are also together as if she's praying, but that's also the stockinette there. I'm not sure of the manufacturer. A lot of times these were made by some of the manufacturers that made stockinette dolls, but she doesn't have a tag, but I can tell you she's definitely made in Japan. She measures 7 inches tall and 7 inches wide. So again, let me get in here close so you can see she's this gorgeous blonde-haired stockinette girl. And you can even tell it's a higher quality. The yarn in the hair is a very higher grade, thicker quality. 1 or 2 strands might be a little loose, but overall not frayed. And just minus the little discoloration or whatever that is underneath the stockinette face, she's in very minty condition. So let's go ahead and count her down. We're looking for 23 or more. Yes, please. Let's make sure you're giving us a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Joe.
Thank you.
All right. 23 or more. Susan, you might want to use it just in case, but let's do it. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These are great to keep out through the Christmas season. They're great to keep out early season. Then you can keep them out also for Valentine's Day. You know, you could add maybe a little red heart in there somewhere. But oh my God, first time I've ever had one of these triple ones like this. So there's our bid end. So Susan, thank you so much. She's coming to you for $22. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right. I was trying to decide what I was going to do next. I'm going to do these next. All right. So these are new old stock. However, there's a little tear to the topper. And I did not do that. That is how I found these. But I still loved these. And these are bigger. These are much bigger angels than what I typically see. And they are spun cotton. And they're also flocked and foiled for their bodies, which are pretty spectacular. So these are going to start at 28. Now, this corner of the cardboard topper is missing. Okay. And it is a little open right there. So they're breathing, William. They're breathing in there. They're getting a little bit of oxygen, but this end is still stapled here. All right. So don't believe they've ever come out to play. And I'm hoping that I can get through the plastic here so you can really see, because they're very highly detailed. I don't think I've ever seen angels quite like these before. And there's no manufacturer identified on these. But I really was hoping that it would focus through the dang plastic.
The color on them.
So their dresses are like foiled cardboard, like we usually see, but the little like lacy kind of overlay, there we go, is flocked. So white flocking, kind of pinky red, and then more orangey red for the flocking overlay. Very intricately detailed, and then the little kind of gold foiled edging around, then yarn hair, and then they do have like the gold cardboard foil wings, spun faces, very nicely painted, and little stars up there too. They're very detailed, and they are hollow. They don't have those cardboard discs on the bottom. They are hollow on there, but I can't quite tell. Oh, they do have little tiny string hangers in there, so they could be just sit-arounds or they could be ornaments if you want to free them from their packaging. I'm not condoning that, but you do what you will with your vintage. since they are already getting some oxygen, I mean, I would keep the topper, take them out. We talked about this last night. Keep the packaging so they stay nice and clean and good condition. Or you can just hang it, since it does have the little hanger there, hang it on your tree just like that too, if you didn't want to take them out. All right. Parmesan didn't do it. I found it like this, Caroline. I found it like this. All right. Packaging. So the package is 6 by 5.5, and each of the angels are 3 inches tall. All right, let's count it down. Chrissy's in there for 28. We're looking for 29 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bit end. I feel flocked and foiled too, Karen. I do.
Funny, I felt that way a time or two.
I think we all have.
I think we've all been there.
Flocked and foiled.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Chrissy, I see your just in case. There's Karen's bid end. All right, Chrissy, you didn't need your just in case. They're coming to you. Thank you so much. Flocked and foiled.
$16 choice, Amy, and I have Tina's jewelry choice of the night. So these are a little higher quality costume pieces from the mid-century. So $16 choice. This is going to be your first one. I think they made other pieces that you could have bought or got with this one. So this is your reindeer. Hopefully that's reading. I'll keep moving it so you can see the nose is like a ruby red. The eye is a fun blue rhinestone. Look at how the light catches it when I turn that down. Then you can see up there in the antlers, there is some green and some ruby red. So there's like some emerald colors and some ruby red. It's a good weight too. It's not signed, but there is some good, I guess that's puddling here in the back. So it's a very nice quality reindeer brooch. But again, no name on it. And this will be your first choice at $16. It's very
I like
clean.
the blue eye. I like that.
I do too. And the way I'm holding it, the light's not hitting it. So when the light hits it, that blue is very, very vibrant. There we go. Let's get it back there. So this deer measures 1.5 inches by about 1.25 inches. So this will be your first choice. Super mid-century. There we go. Now you can see it's in some lights, it's almost like a sky blue, his eye. There we go. So really neat piece, really mid-century deer. I don't see this one that often, but that'll be your first one. Your second one is the mid-century ornament. Let's get that spun around there. It's in very good condition. It's not missing any of the rhinestones. The way the bracket is on it, it is sideways, so it does tilt a little with the bow, and then you have the super mid-century ornament dangling down below. And it has multiple different colored little rhinestones in there, pretty much the color of the rainbow. So if you love multicolored lights at Christmas time, this one has light blue, dark blue, purple, yellow in there, green, and some different kinds of reds.
I like the dangle.
So yes, it's in really nice condition, super mid-century. And this one measures about 2.5 inches long by about 1.5 inches wide. So it's not signed, but it is some really nice mid-century jewelry in super good condition. So let me hold this right so I do right by Tina. So there you can see there's no wear to it. There's no scuffing to it. And it has all these fun multiple colors on it. Very mod, very mid-century. So it would look really, really nice on your lapel. And again, it isn't all worn out and scuffed up. It's almost like new. Why is that not focusing for me? There we go. So let's get in there. And there's even, I think there's even some purple in there. Yeah, there's like some purple. There's some light green. There's some dark green. And I do know that they made this in a different shaped ornament. So you can get it in a different shaped ornament, but this one is very super mid-century, very 1960s. So thank you so much, Karen. I see you're 18. We're looking for 19 or more. So this one we're going to call ornament. And again, from the 60s, it measures 2.5 by 1.5. There we go. Now it's focusing really good. So we're looking for 19 or more. And then this one is definitely from the mid-century as well. If you're into Rudolph or you're into your mid-century deer, I'm trying to show you guys by tilting it here that the front little rhinestone is ruby red. There now you can really see the blue in the eye. She didn't have to clean these. These were in really good clean condition. And then you have some of the more emerald style and ruby style reds. And the puddling on the manufacturing on the back is really, really superb. So we're looking for 19 or more. Let me hold them up at the same time. Hopefully it does justice to them. There we go. So counting down, we are doing just in case, 19 or more, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And in the daylight, this one glistens. Just really, really glistens. Very icy. And that one is missing none of its little rhinestones. I love the multicolor. Very, very 1960s that one is. So there's our bid end. So Karen, thank you so much. At 18, did you want the deer?
Hi.
Or is Parm up? Or did
yes, up from the snap.
He doesn't like all these accusations. He needs to defend himself, he says. Or the ornament. So the ornament or the deer. And of course, you can take both if you're interested in both, Karen. All right, Karen, thank you so much. They are going to look well together. Thank you so much.
All right. I have a music box for my next round. And it is not one that I have ever come across before. Meow Meow Parm, he is up. Hello. He's groggy. I can tell he's groggy. He has been sleeping for a few hours back there. All right, so I have a music box. And I've not ever run across this one out in the wild before. This was something I got at the Midwest Holiday Show. And it is made by a narco. And I just really like this depiction of Mrs. Claus. And I like that she is dressed. So it's not bright. It's reading not quite true to color on screen. It's not quite bright green Christmas red. It's kind of more of a muted kind of green. Not quite like jadeite or anything, but it's kind of in between there. And I really like it. And the paint is pretty good on here. There's just a little bit of wear. Now, everything that's green, black, and red on here and their face paint is all cold painted. So white is the only thing that is fired glaze on there. But they have the sweetest painted little faces. And Mrs. Claus has got a bow and some holly leaves up in her hair. And then I like that they did the holly and berries down there at the base. Jennifer, I see you. Thank you so much. I will play it for you. But I wanted to show you the base. So it does have made in Japan, but the Anarco sticker is not there anymore. But it does have the metal base, and this is where you twist it for the music box. I will show you the back before we go ahead and play it, because it does work. But the cold paint, pretty much, there's just a couple little pinpoints in a couple spots, but overall it's very nice. No chips or repairs to it. Hello, Dennis. Good to see you. So I'm going to wind it up. It does play Jingle Bells, not What's New Pussycat. So,
Darn.
I will wind it up and we'll listen to it go. And I'll make sure and put it on the flat surface there.
I was hoping it was
nice in tune.
I was hoping like bring out the barrel. It looks like they're kind of
roll out the barrel. Polka for the music box. Yeah. I mean, usually Jingle Bells is pretty standard fare for the Christmas music boxes. They didn't get too creative with them, but it plays really nicely. Once it gets down toward the end, it slows down quite a bit. But overall, I think it's in tune and it keeps time. It's not like kind of slowed down. So I think the gears are pretty good in it. Brenda, did you get that? Who got that music box for me? I don't even remember who got that Joseph music box for me last year. I took it to the pop-up. I know that, but I don't remember who bought that. Was it you, Brenda? Anyways, measurement for the music box, it's 7 inches tall, so it's a pretty big one, and about 4 inches. And unfortunately, it doesn't have that on-off switch on the bottom that you can switch it off when you don't want to hear it anymore. It's just going to ding out. Yes, Brenda owns it. Okay, you got it. Thank you, Brenda. All right, so let's count it down. I see Susan's in there at 22. Jennifer was in there as well. We're looking for 23 or more, and we're just going to listen to jingle bells as we count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's finally done. The bid end. Okay. Dennis has got a just in case. Nikki has a just in case as well. There's Kieran's bid end. All right. So it looks like Nikki is going to take it over Dennis for 31. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I know I was going to sing song the countdown and I changed my mind at the last second, Karen. Okay. Thank you so much.
$20. $20, and you're going to get both of these. These are Shiny Bright. They're double indent ornaments. I have to say that these are very collectible, and I don't find this style Shiny Bright that often. So you'll get both of them for 20. They're in very good condition with minimal paint wear. It's a very hot pink style color. I know that there's folks that know their Shiny Brights. They can actually tell you by the way the tip is or the top exactly what year they're from. I think these are probably from the very late 50s into the very early 60s with that kind of a top. And I'm tilting it, and it may not come into focus, but they are both stamped Shiny Bright there on the top. So they're official Shiny Bright ornaments. So this is the first one of the two, and they're identical, or should I say they're identical in the essence that they're the same style sculpt and color. And they're 4 inches tall. So they have the very hot pink. They have a white stripe on the top, and then they have the silvering all the way around. So these are really fun ornaments. And again, these are super collectible. They did some different, very atomic, very mid-century style shapes. And then they sold them, of course, in boxes. I only have 2 of them. Just note that you might have a little discoloration up there around the top. Very typical age wear to these Shiny Brights. But there's nothing major. There's not like a whole chunk of paint missing or, they didn't really age, too bad. They still have a lot of, sparkle to them. Thank you guys so much. Susan, I see you're 20. We're looking for 21 or more. I agree, Critter Girl. I think they look really, really nice. And the bright lights don't do some of these ornaments justice. You get these nice indents on a Christmas tree. They really twinkle. They really twinkle. They really shine. But when you show them under these bright lights, sometimes I think they lose some of their character. That might be the worst paint wear. And again, these hung on trees where branches, scratched them and had some, years of being stored. So that one also has its original topper as well. So again, 4-inch tall, double indent, Shiny Brights from the 50s or the 1960s. Again, if you are a real connoisseur of Shiny Bright ornaments, you can look at the top or the caps of these have you is what they would say, and they'd be able to tell you exactly what era they're from. So, and these are fun. You don't have to hang them on the tree. If you kind of want to hang them somewhere, you can sort of display them like that. You can tuck them into other displays. You can kind of lay them in your garland if you want to on your mantle. And again, you're going to get them both for the $20. So I see you, Susan, at 20. Let's count them down. We're looking for 21 or more. And again, it's not choice. You're going to get both of these. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. The white band is up here, and there's one down below, but it's getting washed out from all the lights. So they're right here at my pinky. There's a white band there, and the very hot pink color. So thank you so much for the bids. I see Christopher in there with a 25. All right. Thank you, Joe. 1958. Again, like I said, these Christmas folks and Shiny Bright collectors, they can pinpoint exactly when they were made. So that means Susan for 26. All right. Thank you for the bid. Susan, they're yours for 26. Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right. Okay, my next round is going to start at 18. And I have a larger Goober boot.
Oh, love it.
He's so good. I know that there is Santa ones that look just like this, a gold boot, but there is a Santa head popping out of the top instead of the snowman. I've not come across the snowman before. I've actually had the Santa one. And he does have a little hanger. Okay, so he can be a giant ornament if you want him to be, but since he is a boot, he will sit nice and flat for you. So he does have kind of that sugary texture, like snow, kind of not shiny mica, but more of that matte finish mica kind of snowy texture on him. So it's not spun cotton, but more of that. And that is exactly how his hat is. So it's that mica glitter covered cardboard for the hat. And he doesn't have a berry nose. He has actually like a little sparkly red bead, like a little faceted bead for a nose, which I really like that. And the little paper face, I love this kind of chenille that they use for this edging. And then it has the original little foiled bow here with the little paper pulp bells. And then his little hands just crack me up. His little arms. So one's back here waving, hey, and the other one has the little broom. He's holding a little broom at the front. And it is made in Japan, although most of that tag is still ripped off there. But there's a little bit of it left still on the bottom. And this is like that paper pulp cardboard stuff. And it's painted gold. I would say pretty good condition on it overall. And then his like kind of body of the snowman is kind of like the top of the boot. And then he's got the little foiled buttons there for the top of the snowman. So he's kind of like he's popping out of that boot to say hello. And he's relatively large, I would say. I've also had smaller versions of this too, probably about half that size I've had. But he's the larger version, and he is 4¼ by 5. 4¼ by 5. Sorry, William. I'm sorry. We like the same kind of stuff. I think we all kind of like the same sort of stuff. I love this kind of like whimsical kind of stuff for Christmas. All right, let's count it down. Goober boot. We're looking for 19 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Goober boot bid end.
I've never seen one of these before.
You haven't even seen the Santa kind?
Nope. Neither one.
The show that we went to over the weekend was just fantastic. Right up there with the Midwest Holiday Show. It was that good. It was that good. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, William, you didn't need your just in case, sir. It's coming to you. Thank you so much.
Hello, Tirza. Good to see you.
Hi, Tirza.
$24, Amy. $24. And this is the last one of these. This is one of the last Whitman book. This is it for this year. So this is the last of that collection that I bought. This one is a Fuzzy Wuzzy book. It is in very good condition. But this one will show you some of the transposing that happens from these Fuzzy Wuzzy books. But where it lacks with the transposing on one page, it's in super good, crisp condition. The little girl did write her name on the inside, but I think that just adds character to it. So, again, it's from 1952. It's a Fuzzy Wuzzy Whitman book. It measures 9.5 by 12. 9.5 by 12. And this is Santa Claus and the Little Lost Kitten.
That's a really cute one. Really cute one.
I think I had one of these earlier this year, and it was in really bad condition. This one is in really good condition. There's minimal wear here to the spine. But this is one of those books that almost...
Jason, do you have a fan on?
No.
The angel keeps moving.
Oh, my God. Which angel keeps moving?
The one that's in the corner, like the little like rhinestone eye one. She's down in the corner. I keep seeing her move, and it's kind of creeping me out. That's why I asked if you had a fan on.
It could be. No, it could be that because I'm a big boy. It could be when I move, I rock the whole.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just making sure.
No. We don't need.
Okay.
We'll just sit her down to the side. So, okay. Now I'm freaked out. So, and it could be also the way the camera's focusing when I move. I think that's because look, when I move like that, that's okay. So $24 if anybody is interested. It is the Whitman Flocked book. So the moral of the whole background of the story is the little kids can't find the little kitty. So they actually write to Santa, and I'll show it to you here on the front page. They actually write to Santa. Now there's the little girl's name, and her name is Margaret McCarthy. Well, you don't get a much more 1950s name than that. See, that's what I love. So down here, they write to Santa and they say, hey, thank you for coming to visit us last year. We appreciate you, but our little kitty is lost. Can you help us? So the brownies and Santa sort of head on out to decide to find the little kitten for the kids if they can. So here you can kind of start to see on this page, you can see right here, that's some of the transposing of the flocking from Santa over here. All right. That's just from years of the pages being closed. And look how vibrant the red, and Santa's suit is completely flocked. So very three-dimensional. So there they wrote to Santa. And I do love the fact that they call them brownies in this book. So those are the little brownies. Now you can kind of see I say transpose, but it's almost like the mirroring of Santa over here. But you can't get much more kitschy Santa than these graphics in this book. So there Santa is again in his bright red suit. It is completely flocked. Again, there's no real separation. There is a little bit of wear. Remember, these are just thick cardboard books. So here we have them searching all over Santa's house, all over the workshop. Can they find little kitten friend? There's Santa. Look at Mrs. Claus. I think we've all had that look at our significant other before. She's like, what is he doing down there? So he's down there peeking, looking to see if he can find little kitty cat friend. Yet they think they know. They don't know. Look at Santa there with the big candy cane on the other page. He's bending down. He's talking to the little brownies. Look how bright red. And there's absolutely nowhere.
The flocking is really nice.
Anywhere. And you can see that the book isn't falling apart. But just note that one of these traditional wear, to these books is the fact that from years of being stored, it does kind of mirror on the other page. So we'll just quickly leaf through here. We're looking for 24 if anybody's interested. This is always one of my favorite pages to use as a backdrop. If you just open that up and you put some of your Christmas figurines, maybe just open that up in a display, I think that's going to look beautiful. Santa flying off into the night sky. Little does he know, he has himself a little stuffed kitty cat, but little kitty cat kind of took a flight with him. There he is there. He's in the little kid's house. And again, that center one was not flocked, but this one is flocked as well. So here, he hears little kitten friend was outside all along. So he opens up the door. He lets her in. He didn't need the stuffed one. This is one of my favorite ones. He's so happy that he found little kitten friend. And then I'll just show you the last page here. Here, he ends up bringing the stuffed animal back to Mrs. Claus, I think, in it because he found the real little kitty cat. So thank you so much. Christopher was in with a 24. Doggone it. What's her name again, Amy?
Donna.
Donna. These codes, I can't. So Donna, thank you for the 25. We're looking for 26 or more. Donna's holding it at 25. So 26 or more, just in case. Let's count her down from 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you guys for the bids. Christopher's in with 24. Donna's back in at 25. I agree, Karen. It's a really, really sweet book. And again, these Whitman books are so fun to use in your display. You could frame them. I love them. Thank you so much, Christopher, for the just in case. Donna had a straight bid of 29. There's our bid end. So Donna, thank you so much. It's coming to you for $29. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Okay, I have a pair of items. So these are coming together. I like to pair things when they're the same kind of subject. So this is for the pair starting at 16. So first off, I have the cutest ever. I had some of these last year.
I love
I
these.
found another one. This cutest ever little, and it's actually fur. It's not like flocked, but it's actually like little fuzzy fur. Little elf bear. He's the cutest. He's got, look at his little elf hat. I can't.
I love
And
these
then
pairs.
he's got a little felt muzzle. Look at his little tongue, his little derpy tongue
He's
poking
adorable.
out. And he's very nice condition. Now he does have, and this was how they were last year too. They had like little kind of bits of snow, kind of on their suit. That's how they all were last year when I found them too. So first off is little bear. Okay. And then you are getting, and I always get excited when I find greeting cards I've not seen before and that I can sell them with Jason, because we're both greeting card people.
Uh-huh.
This is a 3D card. Now it has been used, and there's quite the story here on the back.
Oh,
But
wow.
fun aplenty. Fun aplenty. I've had some of their greeting cards before, and they're always like something special, like some activity or they're a pop up. But this one actually is a 3D card, and it comes with the 3D goggles. And they just kind of tuck into the bear's hand. All right, but how cute is that card? And that's why I wanted to pair them together because they're cute little bears. But the 3D glasses actually come off of the card. And then when you open it, I know we're not going to be able to do this on camera, but when you open it up,
Wow.
there's the 3D that you look through the glasses and it brings the image together. It says, put on the goggles for
I love
3D
it.
effect. And then there's the little bear with the candy cane. It is signed here. Harvey and Gladys, I think, at the
Ooh,
bottom.
I love them names.
MJ and Melanie, I see you both. But yes, there is quite the fun little inscription if you actually like read it on the back. It's fun to read. I read through the whole thing too, and it does have a date of 1956 here on the back. So I'm going to tuck the little glasses back in there, which I think is super cute. I love that. And the little bear ornament is 5.5 by 5. So they're going to come as the pair. All right. Melanie's in at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid Enya. Good old Harvey and Gladys.
They were party animals. They were. Those are names you don't hear often anymore. Harvey and Gladys. Oh, God, what does it say? Now I need to know what it says back there.
I was reading again because I read it when I bought it.
Right?
I was reading it again. Oh, they're just talking about a bunch of relatives, kind of, and like, and what
Okay.
they're doing on the back. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so very much. All right, it looks like right before Karen's bid end is MJ. Congratulations, MJ. They are coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. I will move pretty quick. These are $15 choice. They are very similar. One has a little bit of tape holding it together. So I really love decorating with these advertising pieces. These earlier ones that were 10 cents, you don't find these cellophane ones in unused condition. So if it's reading wrong on your screen and you think that the label's black, it's a very dark, like cobalty, navy style blue. So I have two of them for you to choose from. One of them split, and the owner before me put a little bit of tape on it. So that's how we're going to distinguish the two. If anybody is interested, it'll be tape or no tape. So I believe these to be from the late 1950s. First of all, even at your 15, I don't condone opening these. But if you wanted to use them, they are the heavier icicles. They actually call them super draping because they're heavier. So I don't know if that's reading on your screen. That's probably by modern day tinsel. Gauge wise, that's probably, it would take probably 5 to 6, maybe even 10 pieces of tinsel to get to the diameter of just one of those old school pieces.
It does. If you hold that in your hand, like you can feel the weight.
Yep.
I have some of that stuff.
And this is lighter compared to the earlier stuff. So, but definitely this is heavier than today's. So I just like this for the graphics, the icicles, the tree, the fireproof, and to find this era of advertising with the cellophane that's not completely disintegrated or completely annihilated. I am just in awe that it even lasted. So again, it's the icicles. You get 75 of them. I love the font with the 10 cents. Each one of these boxes measures 10.5 by 4.5. They do have some graphics here on the side. So some folks like to stack their things so you can see that it's made by National. Super draping, all metal icicles. So they're not like synthetic. They are true. I love the color Critter Girl. And then I do have another one, but it just has a little bit of separating, and they used a little bit of tape on it. So, and with the pricing on it, I believe these are probably from the late 1950s. I think that's pretty much it. I can't tell you guys anything else about
the blue. The blue packaging is like...
It is. So if you guys do like a icy display, or you guys do like a snow display, snowman, this would really, really set the tone and look really good. So, okay, let's count them down. We're looking for 16 or more. It is on choice. It'll be tape or no tape. So, but just note that there is a little splitting on the one with no tape. But for their age and what they are, it's pretty doggone good. So 16 or more, we are doing just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These advertising pieces are not going to be, plentiful years to come from now because, some of them get destroyed. Some people open them. So I'm just grateful I was able to find some pieces now because they're not going to be around forever. There's the bid end. So Chris, thank you so much. You get choice. Did you want one or two? Did you want one or two of them? Congratulations. And if you just pick one, I'll assume you don't want the one with the tape on it. So I can watch the chat, Amy. Just let me know. Did you want one or two? And they would be $15 choice. Thank you so much, Chris. Let me know, one or two, and that would be at $15 each. And if you pick one, we'll bring the other one back in the recap. Oh, I feel like we got a lag.
I think we do.
All right. I got you. And I'll give you the one that isn't taped up. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay. This is for the set of 3. Starting at 16. I'm trying to balance so they don't take a tumble. I actually have the set. I have actually 2 variations of the set, and I just got these over the weekend. These are little mini bone china little reindeer. These are made by Napco. They did do a couple different colorways of these. There's a white version, so the deer are all white instead of brown. And there's no chipping or repairs on any of them. They're all in good shape, but they're little minis. And they have the little spaghetti kind of wreath trim and berries around their necks, and just little nubbin horns, but they're very, very cute. And none of them have any any issue that I can tell you about. But usually if I usually just see this guy, I'll buy him lonesome. But I was happy that they were all together this time when I ran across them. But I already have these in my little personal Christmas deer collection. But they're very cute, especially if you have a little printer's tray or a smaller little shelf that you don't have a lot of room for. These guys fill those tiny little spaces. And they're all around 2 inches. These guys are 2 inches tall, and this one is about 2 inches wide. So they are going to come all together as the little mini herd. Diane, I see you at 20, and Minx just popped in there with a 21. So we're looking for 22 or more on the set of 3. I'm going to do that countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
I've never seen these before. This
Really,
first
Jason?
time. Yep, never. These are fantastic.
I'll have to show you the white version looks exactly the same,
Right.
except for they are high gloss instead of no gloss.
I love
I guess
them.
is the best way to put it. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Diane got back in there with a 22 right before Karen's bid end. So Diane, congratulations. Thank you so very much. Diane, have I sent you Happy Mail before? I don't know if I have, but congratulations. Thank you so very much. And that one's going to take a nap.
He's tired.
He's done. He's
tired.
over it.
All right, $20, and you're going to get the whole table set, okay? So for your 20, you're going to get the runner, and Santa Claus is on it, no stains. So I'll show it to you up close, but for your 20, you'll get the runner, and then you're going to get all 4 placemats. So you get all 4 matching placemats, okay? I'm not sure who made it. I feel like it is made, that it's factory made. I don't feel like it's homemade. And it's in very good condition. So let me get up close here. So first of all, you can see what Santa looks like. So let me show you Santa here in the corner of the runner. So there he is. He's kind of got his sack. He's kind of hanging out. You can see there's kind of these pine tree branches right there. It has a very 50s, 60s feel, but then also has a very Scandinavian, simplistic kind of feel about it too, okay? So it's going to fit into a bunch of different displays. However you decorate, I guess is the word I want to use. So the runner, and it's more of a cotton blend. It's more of a cotton blend in here. Let me show you what the back looks like so you can see the stitching on it. Again, I believe it. Good night, Terry. I believe it is a factory sewn in there. Your table runner, again, no stains on anything. Your table runner comes in at 52 inches. So your table runner is 52 inches. It repeats with the same style Santa. Then it has some holly. And then it has some of the pine tree branches. So 52 inches. So depending on the side of your table, if you need to just put it in half, you could. If you want to put it on your buffet, you could. If your table isn't big enough. So, and again, I wouldn't be afraid. You could wash this. I'm sure you got to watch how you wash it, but you could definitely use this and wash it. So then you're going to get your 4 placemats. So if you want to use the runner on your buffet, because you only have the room for that, you could then use these as doilies if you want to. You don't have to use these as placemats. So you can do whatever you want with them. So it is the same kind of Santa that I showed you on the runner. Same kind of holly details on that. And each one of these placemats or doilies, whatever you want to use them for, they're about 16 inches wide. So thank you all for the bids. I saw Chrissy in. I see Jennifer in. So we're in at 24. We're looking for 25 or more. And again, you're going to get 4 of them. I don't think they've ever been used. They're nice and crispy. They are a heavier, more cotton blend. So they're softer. They're not completely starched. So they're not like super stiff. And again, the details on these are phenomenal. So they also have a 50s, 60s look. They also could fit into your 1980s kind of look if that's what you're going for. Or I thought the simplicity, if you guys do more of a Scandinavian, like you have the German, maybe wooden, the little pinwheel that spins with the heat of the candles, or you have yourself maybe some little wooden bell schnickels in your decor, you could mix it in with that. So let's count it down. You get all 5 pieces, a runner and 4 doilies or 4 placemats. So 24 or more, we're counting it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Yes, the pyramid. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, no smells, no stains. There's no name on it, no tag. But you can see that it is outlined in the red. So it has a sewn-in border. Again, really, really neat. And some of these linens for Christmas, they're just not out there. Not even the old don't use.
It's hard to find Christmas linens without some sort of stain on them.
Agreed.
Because they were
100%.
used. Yeah.
All right. So it looks like Jennifer for 23. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
Yeah, Jennifer. Those are very cool.
They're different.
I have a surprise item. These were not in my preview. These were also something I got over the weekend, and I'd never seen these. I've never run across these out in the wild before. And these are Joseph Originals. Joseph Originals Santa shakers. And I really like that they are getting ready to do some holiday baking because they got their wooden spoons and their little wooden service. I really like that. Different. I'd never run across these in the wild before. So the red, green, and black on these are all cold painted. There's, I think, probably the most wear. The front is really good. The most wear is probably here on the back side. Just a couple little areas of paint scratching. That's kind of the worst one right there. And then on his sleeve, those are kind of the worst. But they both have their Joseph Originals foil stickers there on the back of their coats. And I guess there's a couple little paint loss spots on the boots, but nothing like super major. So these were the original stoppers on these. It's kind of like clay plastic, and it really breaks down and gets brittle over time, and they do tend to like harden and kind of crack and fall out. This one has a replacement plastic stopper in it. But at least they both have their stoppers. But there's no chips on either one. They do measure 4 inches tall and about 2.5 inches at the widest. But these are super cute. I like that they did 2 Santas in 2 different poses for these guys. Very cute. Great for the kitchen, I think. Suzanne, I see at 21. Thank you so much. Chrissy and Jennifer, I saw you guys as well. Thank you so much. We are looking for 22 or more, and I'm going to count them down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Licking the spoons. I guess they could be. Definitely could be.
It's like they separated the salad set. One took the spoon,
right.
One the fork.
I don't think Santa's eating a salad though.
No. Eat, Santa, eat.
It's definitely, yeah, Kim said it. It's definitely a cookie batter spoon. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. So Suzanne had the high bid at 21. Chrissy did use it just in case. So Chrissy, they are yours for 22. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $16. $16, and you're going to get the whole set. I'm not sure there's any of these sets around. So you're going to get the whole Christmas owl set. Maybe we have some owl lovers. This is the first time I've ever had this set. They are made of bisque, and they all have, or most of them have, their little Taiwan stickers on the bottom. So 16, you're going to get the whole set. I don't have the heart to break them up. So if you're into like mid-century owls, I think these would be really, really fun for you. So the first one here, this one says Joy to the World. Really great condition. No chips or cracks. Has its made in Taiwan. Sticker there on the bottom. So you're going to get the whole set of 4 for 16. Not even any. Actually, there was a couple times this past week that I was out shopping. I actually saw some of these bisque ones have major cold paint wear.
Cold paint loss, yeah.
I mean, you don't see it often, but here late, I've seen a lot of cold paint wear on them. But these are in superb condition. I'm not sure who made them. They have a home co kind of feel, but they are definitely made.
I've never seen those. I don't
know. And again, you're getting the whole set. And I have to imagine that you don't normally find the full set of these. And they're all about 3 inches tall. So there's your one little owl friend. That is your Joy to the World. Here we have your Santa style. Look at him. He's got his little Santa cap on there. He's got his little bag. They even heavily detailed them really, really good with the different colors there. So it looks like, a 3-dimensional Santa bag. And he has his made in Taiwan sticker. Again, they're about 3 inches tall. So there's your little Santa guy. Here is your maybe Mrs. Claus owl. And her cake, if you can make it out, it says Merry Xmas. They stamped it kind of sloppy, but she's your Merry Xmas little owl friend. She has her little bonnet, and then she has her little apron on, so she's super cute. And then I would say that these two could kind of go together because I feel like they're kind of the carolers in the group. He's got his little songbook. They didn't put anything on the inside, so he's got his little songbook. Again, hat's in really good condition, no real cold paint. So I would say maybe they're two sets put together, but I got them together, so we're going to keep them. So let me put them back together a little bit different. Let's put like Mr. and Mrs. Claus together, and let's put the carolers together. And I just think they're a super fun set. So thank you, Carolyn, for the bid of 17. Thank you, Richard, for the bid of 18. Whew, I'm feeling my day today. We're at 18 with Richard, so we're looking for 19 or more. And again, you're going to get all 4 of the Made in Taiwan bisque owls. Counting them down just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Looking for 19 or more of the bid end. I bet you there's people at home that are like, if Jason says, just in case for active bidders one more time, I know we repeat ourselves, but I'm sure they're like, serious, Jason? We know that we can use it if we want to. So, all right, there's the bid end. All right, so Caroline, you were the first one in with the just in case of 25. So they're coming to you for $25. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Very cute. Now I'm curious who made those.
I know. I couldn't find anything.
Do some research to see if I can find that out. All right. I do have a book this evening as well. And it is Rudolph. I love it. I had this book last year at the pop-up at Misty's. And this is the first time I've run across another copy of it. And it is not the original publication. If you come across the original publication date, it is not, but this is a 1967 printing, and the original is from 1939. That, if you come across the first edition of this, it's very valuable. But I just love the graphics. I love everything about this. So I don't mind that it's the 1967 version. And it says Montgomery Ward wishes you a Merry Christmas. That's a little bonus there on the back. So it is that kind of plastic coated for the book hardcover. And it does have on the inside, it does have a little address label, and it has Velma Clancy on the inside. But I love that repeating little Rudolph head pattern. Oh my gosh, it's just the cutest. And then we get into it. The story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is as magical as Christmas itself. Did you know that Rudolph began his career in Montgomery Ward? It's true. So there's a little backstory about how he was created in the front, and there is the inside. Now, the coloring in this, I love the style of coloring for the pages. Look at Ma and Pa reindeer here, looking on, very mid-century. I love that. Oh, this depiction of Rudolph, it's my favorite, absolute favorite. So I'm not going to go through the whole book, but it is really nice condition in here. There's no scribbles or anything, that sort of thing. But I just really like the depiction of all the characters in here. Santa and the elves and all the reindeer. And here is Santa in the sleigh riding along. And MJ, I see you. Thank you so much. So here is Rudolph shining his nose, his bleak and beacon, if you will.
You got it.
Bleak and beacon. There he is. Rudolph pranced out the door and took his proud place at the head of the sleigh to drive the sleigh through the night. Iconic images in here. I miss Montgomery Wards. I really liked that store when I was growing up. I miss that it's not around anymore. Sad to say. And Mervin's. Mervin's was another store.
Never heard of Mervin's.
There he is, Blush Rudolph. I love that illustration right there. He's so cute. So that's why his speech was just brief and not bright. Merry Christmas to all and to all good night. And that's why Rudolph saved the day, as you all know. You all know the story. So happy ending for Rudolph. Merry Christmas to all and to all a good night. So that is the book. Really nice condition. I can't really tell you there's much issue to it at all. Just maybe just a little wear right here at the corner of the binding, but that's about it. So let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Yes, Mervin's open on Black Friday. Yeah. You got it, Kim. And hey, Jennifer.
Some of those stores I never heard of. They must not have been here in the East.
Mervin's, really? You didn't get Mervin's? No. It was, I believe it was based in California. But I know like all the Midwest had a Mervin's department store. Kind of similar to like Macy's.
Right.
Like they carried a little bit of everything. Yeah. All right. Bid end is in there from Karen. Thank you so much. All right. Looks like MJ had a just in case of 15, but Donna got back in there with a 16 right before Karen's bid end. So Donna, congratulations. It's coming to you. Thank you so much. Jason, are those beer behind you made out of spoons?
Yes, they're made out of wood. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. I found them last year. There's somebody's creation. Yes, they're made of wooden spoons.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So $14, and that's a great segue because these are somebody's creation too.
So is it for the pair then?
Yep, for the pair. Somebody created these. I don't think they were kits. So hopefully you guys love these kind of things like I do. So their bodies are made of styrofoam. And then a lot of their other components are made of felt. So they're a Mr. and Mrs. Snowman couple. And they have these little pom-poms that hang down off of their ribbon. And they have sequins. And they have real angel hair that they use.
I can't believe you're partying with styrofoam.
Well, I know. I want to share the styrofoam with the rest of the world. So here he is. You can see where they actually use some real angel hair on the head there. So he's real angel hair underneath. And then they actually sewed together the felt to make his little hat. They gave him a little pom-pom. And then they used a little sequins to give him his eyes, some ribbons for a scarf. And then the belt is this repeating little pom-pom, little
oh my gosh, ball trim.
Yep, I love it. And then they used the sequins to hold it all together. So again, you're going to get them both. And I actually bought these at Sweet Lorraine's on the way home from the pop-up. So these came from Sweet Lorraine's, and they both measure Sweet Lorraine. I always add an S. Sweet Lorraine. They measure about 4.5 inches tall. So, and you could also think of these as like snow versions of Mr. and Mrs. Claus. But I thought they were just snow people. And then they actually, he jumped. He's a jumper. They used a little bit of cotton there to give him a scarf. So then here is Mrs. Snow Person. Look at how they made her lips. I can't with these. And then you can see they used a real angel hair up there underneath her bonnet. And they made they put sequins in there for her earrings. And again, these are just in really, really good condition. You can tell that the styrofoam, they keep jumping out of my hands. So you can tell the styrofoam's on the older side of these. It's better than Sonic. The styrofoam is better than Sonic cups. But again, they're really, really cute. And then they actually took a little bit of pencil and gave them little eyeliner or little eyebrow.
They really went all out with the details.
They did. And again, I think these are super cute. I don't know if anyone else is interested. I thought somebody else might be interested in the ultra kitsch little styrofoam snow folks or Mr. and Mrs. Claus. The light's washing it out. You can see where he does have a little beard. So he does have a little beard right there. Again, these are in really, really good condition. And again, they measure about 4.5 inches tall. And they actually did kind of carve out and flatten the styrofoam bottom, so they do sit flush when I'm not fumbling them. So, Richard, thank you for the 14. We're looking for 15 or more. Let's go ahead and count these down. And again, these are going to be one of a kind. This is somebody's creation. This is what I love about Christmas, these kind of things. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. This was prior to cell phones. This is when people had the time to sit down with the styrofoam and get crazy and create these epic, kitschy, one-of-a-kind pieces. Probably someone in Cleveland, I believe. Probably someone up in Cleveland. So there is the bid end. So Richard, my friend, they're coming up your way. Thank you so much.
Did you, the last time, was it in Springfield? I think it was Springfield that you had, was that when you got the black cat styrofoam? Were they black cats?
I got them on my way. We got those outside of Pittsburgh on our way to.
That's right. Yes,
on our
that's
way
right.
to Springfield.
Those were fantastic. I love those.
I do miss those. They were good.
All right. This guy's going to start at 14. He is so cute. He is a Joseph Originals. Little, I don't know, he's just a little boy with a present. He's happy to see you. I love the face on this one. Can you see his tiny little freckles painted on his nose? He is adorable. Now I can tell you there's a girl counterpart that would go with him. I just found him by himself. And he's in excellent condition. There's no chipping to him. Now, the only thing that I wanted to say that it kind of looks like a chip, but it's not. It's a manufacturing. There was probably a bubble trapped in there. It's just kind of like folded over and it is half glazed. That's why I think that is a bubble pop. It's not a chip there. I just didn't come out of the mold cleanly. The green, the red, and the gold on this guy is the cold paint. There's a little tiny paint loss on the bow of that present right there on the corner. But that green is really nice shape on the green cold paint on there. He just doesn't really have too much wear to him. So not really any even crazing that I'm seeing on him, but I just love that face. He does not have any stickers left on him anymore. He measures 3.5 by 2.5. And so he's a pretty cute little size. I think if you have some of the NAPCO shopper girls, I think he could be like a cute little brother size, maybe to go along with that. Or with some snowmen, I think would be really cute too, since he does have some mittens on. So Dennis, I see you in there. Thank you so much. We're looking for 15 or more. I'm going to count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
I have never seen this guy ever.
He's so cute.
Or the one, or even any ceramic kitsch with freckles. Like honestly, I
love the detail on him.
And did you say you got him this weekend?
No, I didn't. I can't remember where I bought him. I've had him for a little while. No, I didn't get him this weekend. I don't remember. Oh, this came from Mary's on 127.
That would be at Mary.
Yes, I got it at Mary's. It just popped in my brain. All right, Mr. Dennis, he's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right, Amy, $15. $15, and it's soon to be antique. So for $15, hopefully somebody is here interested in a vintage magazine. It is the December issue, and it is from 1933, and it is the Woman's World magazine. So it's in overall good condition. You do have a little bit of splitting up here in the corner, but overall, this is a real fun magazine for December. So it does have some advertisements. This one, of course, is for, we all know her. It is the Old Dutch Cleaner. And what's fun is coming out of Thanksgiving, it's a little wishbone kind of ad. I guess they're wishing for clean holiday dishes. So again, it's from 1933. It is chock full with advertisements and different things that you could buy people for Christmas gifts. So I won't hold us up too long, but there is an article explaining the poinsettia and what the Christmas flower is about. So if you're into that, you could definitely learn about that. There's all sorts of different ads over here, some different makeup things that you could buy your spouse. There is a dresser set up there. So it's fun to see that and learn about that. And then heading into the deco era, you can see if I can get it to hold right here. So you can see right here, it has some different ads for some of these different 1930s style boudoir lamps. It also talks about the new different kind of cameras they have for 1933. So these are fun to kind of use as reference guides, and they're just also fun to have, especially if they're like the December issue. So here it says to beware. It actually gives you care tips on how to keep yourself from getting chapped in the beware of winter winds. So it's actually an article explaining to women different things they can do for skincare on those blustery winter December days. And then one of my favorite pages in these magazines is the dress attire. So here, this is the dress attire for the upcoming winter season. This is definitely something you could frame. Look at the hats, look at the attire. And again, it is a magazine from 1933. It is an overall good condition. I did say there's a little splitting in the corner. There's no stains to it, no smells. In a table service and etiquette. So here that tells you how to set your table for Christmas. What is proper etiquette? What's the proper way to set the table? Again, $15 if anybody is interested. And I don't want to give it all away, but up here in the front, we do have Santa. I don't want that to split. We do have Santa up here in the front. Let me pull the page apart. And he's showing some different books for the children at Christmas time if you're interested. So, but I think the cover is really cute. You have a little brother and his mother or sister, and they're going up the front steps. And I think that would look great if you framed it, or you just use that in the backdrop of your Christmas displays if you're putting one together. So again, it's from 1933, December of 1933. And it is the
Women's World definitely doesn't look like that anymore.
No, it doesn't. No,
it doesn't at all.
And for a magazine from 1933, it's in really good condition. And I did not even start to show you guys the different ads on the inside. It also shows you how to make handmade Christmas gifts in here for 1933. Cool. So it can show you how to make different things. It shows you how to make hanky holders, how to make some hankies, how to embroider them, how to make some different purses. And again, this is my favorite for the upcoming apparel.
The fashions are pretty awesome.
The fashions for the ladies. So I'm not seeing any interest. I can bring it back during the recap, but it is $15 on the 1933 Women's World. Thank you so much. Cool. Let me show it.
All right. Last round, you guys. Last round. All right. Jason, my granddaughter is in Pennsylvania for her first year of college. That is quite a ways from Arkansas. Yes, it is.
You'll have to tell me where she's staying here in Pennsylvania. DM me over on, I don't know if you're on Instagram. Email us and let us know where she's at.
Okay. This is a very cool greeting card. I've never run across one quite like this before. So of course I had to get it because it was unusual. And it has scissors. What kind of card do you see that comes with a pair of scissors? I never have. And it's unused. All right. Merry Christmas to a dear little girl. And yes, this is a real pair of scissors.
That's amazing.
And this little paper doll named Polly comes to you to make your Christmas jolly. So it is a paper doll card, and I'll open it up. All right. So here are Polly's fancy clothes. Dress her up from head to toes. She's a lovely doll. All right. She'll make your Christmas very bright. So here's one. So it actually folds out. There's several pages of clothes that come along with this, and really brightly colored. I love all the little skater. We got the little ermine trim, like the shopper girls, the little winter coat, kind of more of a sporty outfit with her little kind of hunting cap, and a little fancy dress, and her pajamas.
I love it.
It's with so pockets. Good. So very good. So yes, uncut, unused. I was trying to see. I don't think this didn't have like a manufacturer on it, and I actually could not find this card either. So I don't know who made this one. And I do have the original envelope that came with it as well. Postmaster, please use the hand stamp. So this one was not meant to go through the roller because of the scissors, but these are actual metal scissors, and they kind of just pop out of that loop there. But I didn't want to like pull them out and rip the loop. But as far as I know, that is how it came. How it came, just like that, with the envelope. I think that's very, very cool. Jason, have you ever seen cards like this with scissors?
No, but they're also old school safety scissors because
they are safety scissors. Yes. Yeah.
That's just so great.
Yeah. So I had to get that because I have never seen a card quite like this. I've had paper doll cards, but they're more punch out style, and they definitely didn't come with a pair of scissors. Yeah. All right. So I see MJ's in there at 12. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 13 or more. Let's count it down. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
They just don't make things like this anymore. No. It'll never be duplicated. Even if they try, it'll never be replicated.
All right. There's the scissors bid end. Thank you, Karen. All right, MJ, it's coming to you. Thank you so much.
All right. $20. And I hope I didn't wait too long. $20, but I do have some Mercury Garland tonight. Ooh. Okay. So it is a full 8 feet. So it is a full 8 feet. It no longer has its cardboard tips on it. And it looks like maybe some of them did break and they retied it. But it's an overall really good condition. There might be 1 or 2 little beads that are chipped or popped, but there's no major breaks that I could find. So this is a full 8 feet. I actually have it. I have it in 4 ways, so it's 2 feet each as I hold it. So, but it is this gorgeous light green, and this one's reading very true to color, unlike before. You're definitely getting the full effect of this one, and these are fun to use to drape on the tree. Again, the tips here, the original little wafer that's supposed to be on them is long since gone, and I don't know, because there's that much string, if that many beads broke and then they kind of retied it, but it stays together beautifully. This might be one of your worst broken beads right here. If I can get it to focus and show you guys, that might be our worst broken bead right there, but you can run your hands down it and nothing really catches you. So thank you all for the bids. I see Chrissy in at 20. Minx is in at 22, so we're looking for 23 or more. Chrissy's back in at 23, so we're looking for 24 or more. Karen is in at 25, so we're looking for 26. Again, it is 8 feet. It is one of the smaller single bead Mercury Garland, and little to no breaks on it. Susan's in at 27, so we're looking for 28 or more. Minx is back in at 30. Let's go ahead and count it down. Again, 1 or 2 might have a little nip or a little break, but there's nothing major. So Minx is in at 30. We're looking for 31 or more, just in case for active bidders. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Definitely reading true to color on the screen. It's a very metallic-y style green. It's not your deep hunter green. And again, 8 feet. 8 feet, you'll be good to go. Mix that with a little red. Drape it into your displays. It looks great on a mantle. I love it. So there's the bid end. Thank you so much. So with Minx, Chrissy, coming to you for 31. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, guys.
Congratulations. All right. We do have a recap this evening. So we'll bring back items one more time. If you're watching on the replay, of course, you can always email us and check if something's still available. And these are going to be quick claims as always. So we will bring it back, give you a brief description, and note any kind of issues. Again, if you want to claim something, just make sure to type in the item plus the price so that we know that what you're trying to claim. And we'll give it a moment because of the lag. If we see one person come in there, it will be a straight claim. If we see more than one person come in there, it will turn back into a bid round to break a tie, just in case this can be in play, all of that. Okay. So, Jason, I have one thing. Do you want me to do mine?
Ladies first. You go right ahead, Miss Amie.
All righty. So what I had was my large ceramic angel light. She's in excellent condition. Just a couple tiny little areas of paint loss, but nothing really major. No chips, no repairs. She does work. I'll plug her in again real quickly. And this is not the full length of the cord. There is more available tucked up inside there that you could pull out to make the cord longer. That is just how I found it. There she is, lit up with that flame bulb. Of course, you could put a different kind of light bulb in there if you wanted to switch out that, or just leave it unplugged. She does measure, again, 9 inches. Okay, so she is made by James A. Cole Company. All of these were. So she was 55. So you can type in Angel 55 if you want to claim her. And that was my recap. Thank you guys so much. All right, Jason, I'll make you bid.
All right,
sorry.
My choice round, I had the icicles. This is the one with the tape holding it together, and there's a little rip. So because this one has wear, if anybody wants it, they can have it for $12. So if you're interested in this, just put 12 ice. We'll make it easy to type. 12 ice if anybody is interested. It is still sealed. It just started to split, and the previous owner put some tape on it. So, Richard,
I see you. Thank you so much. She's coming to you. Thank you.
Score. So because there's a little bit of tape wear there, and I'd like to pass it on so somebody could decorate with it. I still think it displays well. If you're interested in it, you can have it for 12. Just put ice 12. It measures about 10.5 by 4.5. So I got you, Susan. I just want to wait because there's a doggone lag here tonight, but I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're calling it for Susan. Susan, it is yours. Thank you so much, Susan. Let me write that down. Congratulations. And that's even worth it if you wanted to open it and use it since it was split. I think William will let us use them if it's really split. I don't know. So $10. I'll lower this to $10 if anybody is interested. It is from 1933. It is the Woman's World magazine. So if you're interested, just put magazine $10, magazine $10, and you can have it. It does have a little bit of splitting right there, but overall in good condition. I did show you that it has some fun advertising on the back. It does have that great centerfold with some of the different dresses and some of the different attire. So you could put 10 magazine if you're interested. And I think that's pretty good for almost antique magazine. It measures 10 inches by 13.5. 10 by 13.5, and this is my last item of the night. And again, if you want it, it would be magazine, and you could have it for 10. I don't really recall. I think
Melanie.
Melanie, thank you so much. Congratulations, friend. It is yours.
It's a good one.
And
I like that cover. I would totally frame that.
Yeah, I love that. And that by itself, very 1930s right there. Mm-hmm. You can't get much more 30s than that. So thank you so much, Melanie.
Congratulations, Melanie. All right. Thank you guys so very much. As always, just for being here and your continued support. We appreciate it so very much. Big thank you to Karen G for bid ending and Kim for filling in bid ending and helping out in the chat. As always, thank you so much. And that concludes our sale portion, and we're going to move into our community share. I did want to pop our email up there in case you're starting your Christmas decorating. We would love to see either the process, maybe some new things that you've added into your displays this year. Maybe you're getting your tree out. I know a lot of people like to set up, either on Thanksgiving or the day after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So we could always use some more photos as you get your goodies out there to ShareMyFindsLive@gmail.com. Just make sure to include a brief description along with your photos, and if you want us to mention your name or not. You can be anonymous. That is totally fine. All right. I have a few pictures from Miss Caroline to share tonight. It is Halloween. All right. It's not Christmas.
That's all right. That's all right.
I had quite a few things to work with. And I think this is the last. I have a few other photos of Caroline's to share at another show because she sent so many after she got all of her Halloween goodies out. But this is her Halloween village. All right. So keep in mind that as we look at it. So I think Caroline's still here in the chat, so she can chime in too. Here is the overview. All right.
Wow.
And here's Halloween Town.
Wow.
So this is like in a big bay window, which I really like that.
Good.
And so that's kind of the overview of the whole town. And wait till we get into the close-ups. So it's kind of by section as we go. So here is the left side. So you can see, and they all have different names, like the I think it's LA Ghost Movie Theater, which is really cool. And then all of the like skeletons and ghosts, and I see Frankenstein's Bride and Frank walking down the town. And I think the library I can see, and I like the big skeleton in the back. And then the next one here is kind of in the center view.
Oh my God.
I love that video store with the creepy pumpkin climbing out of the top. These are very cool. Caroline, who makes these village pieces? Is it Department 56?
I think it is Department 56 because I knew a dealer at our store that collected this series, and he used to say this was a hard one to get.
Yeah.
If this is the Halloween Department 56, it's very hard to.
Oh, she says Lamax and Department 56.
Okay.
Both. Okay, gotcha. Right. Gotcha.
Okay.
Mixed together. And here's another part of the middle. The black cat definitely is my favorite, I think.
Moon.
With the light up eyes, and the water tower that's Frankenstein's monster. That is so cool.
That's cool.
That is so cool. And I like the little like kind of orange leaf little trees.
I like them
that are scattered in there too. And the kids at the bottom are trick-or-treating. That is fun. Oh, I see there's a caramel apple stand there at the bottom. See, I've already looked at these, but I keep seeing things that I didn't see the first time I looked at them.
Oh my.
And here is the right side. So you can see that caramel apple stand a little bit better.
Is that
and all the kids dressed up in their costumes. The gloom room.
That's what I was going to say. Does that say gloom room? Like that is awesome.
Does. And it looks like there's a dance hall up at the top that rotates. Very cool.
Wow.
And the full moon diner. Look at the howling wolf in front of the moon.
I love that. Cool. That I saw that in the other picture when I said the moon. I love that.
Yeah. And here is a new piece that she just added. New addition that she got in a fun store in Maryland. Okay. Carrie's Department 56 Halloween and Christmas Village pieces. I love that one. I love that one. And the cars and the creepy cars. Very cool.
Good color of Pyrex to sit it on too. Good way to put it in with the
absolutely.
Fall, with the orange yellow.
All right, we'll go back through backwards and look one more time. Very cool. I don't think anybody's ever sent us in a Halloween village before. I don't recall one. So this is a very cool thing. I guess I didn't even know Department 56 made Halloween houses. I've seen the Christmas ones, but I didn't know that. Yeah. And here's the overview again.
And I love the witch in the background.
The big witch, I think, came from Target. I think.
Well, that's right. They did. They put out this year.
Yeah. They did some other ones too, and they were all really cool. Kind of a retro feel to them. All right. I'm going to get us back up here. Thank you so much, Caroline. I have more coming from Caroline for some other shows. I have a couple Thanksgiving things to share on Monday, but then we'll look at some more Caroline's things when we come back in December. That's crazy to say that. All right. Thank you all so very much. Oh, she's going to send us Christmas Village soon. Yay. I can't wait to see. Can't wait to see. Thank you always, Caroline, for sharing your displays. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, we're going to say goodnight. Don't forget to look for our invoices in the next couple of days. I'll be sending mine out tomorrow. And then we're going to shop the shop at Mother Tucker's on
Yes.
Sunday. It's going to be so much fun. If you guys
You bet.
haven't, I know it's been a while. It's been a while
Oh,
since you've done a
God.
live shop with me
I think
from the store.
maybe
It was
back.
before Easter. I want to say it was before Easter,
Right.
the last one that you did.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And if you guys are looking for some fun Christmas, Tina's doing Christmas this Friday over on her Whatnot sale at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it is Mother Tucker Tina. She's got some good Christmas, y'all. It's going to start at like $5 each. So if you're looking for some good stuff at a good price, please head over and check her out.
And don't forget next week, because of Turkey Day, Jason. Blah, blah, blah. Thank you. I can't gobble like a turkey. We will not be on Thanksgiving. We are going to be moving to Monday next week. Yes. So right after Shop the Shop on Sunday, we'll be back here for Fantastic Finds on Monday. I will get that StreamYard scheduled so you can set a reminder, since it's a weird day that we're not usually on. I will probably get that made tomorrow evening. I'll probably pop that up there.
And our link's up too for Sunday. So if you guys want to go over.
Yes, go set a reminder for that too. Yes, I need to do that myself. All right, you guys, thank you so much again. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and your week, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you all so much. Good night.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.